I'm feeling like a tightness in my chest. I can't breathe. I feel like I'm gonna pass out. I feel like I've overdone it and my calves could literally fall off right now and they're tingling. Oh God, I'm gonna die. This is my 100-day body transformation, and not just body, it's an entire life transformation. And in this video, I'm gonna take you with me through every single day of it. But before we do that, I realize that this is a very long video. So what I want to do in this first minute is tell you everything that I did over the course of 100 days to accomplish this transformation. Okay, so the two main things that I did for the 100 days come down to exercise and dieting. And now let's talk about the exercise workout portion. For this, I want to give credit to my absolute exercise goat, Jeff Nippard, and I got a lot of the inspiration for this video through his min-max video. My goal for this is that I've been wanting in my life to be a hybrid athlete where I can not only be strong in the gym and lift a lot of weight and, you know, carry all the groceries inside in one trip, but also have the athleticism and endurance of a runner so I could outrun a hyena in the wild safari if I ever needed to. So starting with Monday, I would do what I would call my heavy upper body day. If you're curious as to the specific exercises that I did throughout the entire video, I'm just gonna write down the workout program in a pinned comment down below. Tuesdays, I would do a tempo run. Wednesdays were my weightlifting leg day in the gym. Thursdays were an easy run because I had to let my legs rest. Friday, we were back in the gym for more of a stability and volume upper body day where I was using dumbbells and trying to do other exercises that still got a good workout in. Saturday, we would do speed interval running to try to get my top speed up. And finally, Sunday is when we would really work on endurance and do a long run. And this would be anywhere between 6 to 9 miles. Let's start with the diet because it's what made the workouts possible. And for this, we need to give credit where credit is due. This video by Jeremy Ethier literally changed my life. I pretty much did exactly what he said, but I threw in a couple of extra ingredients. If you don't want to watch this video, I'm going to give you a quick summary right here. You're pretty much only allowed to eat like 5 or 6 different ingredients. Quite literally the only things that I ate were eggs, potatoes, chicken, broccoli. That's what's listed in that video. In addition to that, I added a couple more ingredients just to make my life more sustainable. I added protein powder, onions, carrots, and oats. I was very strict with this. I'll explain my reasoning for adding these additional ones throughout the video, but the gist of it is, it's the most filling foods that you could have for the least amount of calories, according to a scientific study that I will link down below. Throughout this video, you're gonna see me learn to go shopping at Costco. And the reason I bring this up is because by shopping there, this video was surprisingly cheap to film. Grocery stores can be expensive, but Costco really brought down my costs. And right here, I'll show you how much money on average I was spending per day on these foods. In total, I spent about $8.09 on food per day. If it weren't for Costco, I'm sure this would be a lot more because I was paying over twice the price for the chicken at my grocery store.
On the topic of saving money, right now I'm saving up for a wedding with my fiance Mackenzie. So I'm trying to save money literally everywhere I go, including when I'm online shopping, which is why today I've partnered with Cooper. Cooper is a really easy to use browser extension that automatically finds and applies discount codes for you. I quite literally used it in this video to save money on a pair of shoes that I'm going to buy later on. When I was shopping for a new pair of shoes on the Nike website, the price comparison feature was actually the most useful, as it can automatically find the same product you're looking at on different websites and see what the best deal is. Cooper also supports cashback from over 76,000 retailers. If you make a purchase through one of Cooper's cashback offers, within 3 to 15 days they will return a portion of the commission back to your account, which you can then withdraw through PayPal, gift card, or bank card. Cooper has an excellent Trustpilot score, and after doing a little bit of research myself, I trusted them to not only install this on my computer, but be willing to tell you guys about it, as I would never want to let any of you down. If you want to be a smarter shopper online, using Cooper is a great way to do that. Download the Cooper extension by clicking the first link in the description down below, or scanning that cool QR code they gave me. I encourage you to try using it next time you're online shopping. Once you see it automatically apply a coupon code and save you like 20%, it's pretty cool. That does it. That's quite literally the trade secret of the entire video. That is exactly what I did for 100 days to achieve my transformation. You could click off here if you wanted to. For those of you that want to stick around, the reason I want to film literally every single day is because I feel like I've seen people have incredible transformations online and then been really confused because when I tried to do it and I tried to accomplish something, I would either like get there and lose it and wasn't able to sustain it, or something just went wrong along the way. And I felt like, oh, I don't have the genetics for it. I can't do it, this, that. And many other reasons why I felt like I was never really able to have the dream body of my life. But honestly, I feel like I did it.
I feel like throughout this video, I genuinely finally did it. And I don't think I have elite genetics. I don't think I'm more capable than anybody else in that sense. I think I was just able to find the correct things that I needed to do to finally get there and apply it for a consistently long enough time that it led me to accomplishing what I wanted to my whole life. So if there's any of you that really want a body transformation and really a life transformation, because that's what this became for me, feel free to stick around for the rest of the video. Watch as much of it as you like. Watch it in multiple goes if you like. I know it's a long one, but honestly, I just hope this video helps you like it helped me in whatever way that ends up being. And at least for me, I can tell you without a doubt, this is the best thing that I've ever done for my life, for my health, for my mental and emotional well-being so far in my life ever. And if it's even just 10% as helpful for you as it has been for me, then I think that's going to be absolutely incredible. All right, let's go ahead and roll the clips. Before you get confused in the next clip, I actually started recording this video after 14 days of exercising, because on day 14, I realized that this is a challenge I wanted to take on. At first, I thought I was going to only do 30 days, so you're going to see me push it from 30 to 45 days, and then finally just decide to do a 100-day challenge. And if you're on Strava, you can also follow me there and see every workout that I did for this video all the way up to day 130, because I just kept on going afterwards. So this is officially day one that I'm making sure to record every day. My shins have been hurting for about a week and a half now. I'm not going as fast as I possibly can today, because if I step the wrong way, I feel like a shooting sensation going up my calf bone. You know, I think a lot of people say that like, if you feel any pain, just stop. And that's completely valid. But honestly, I don't want to be a big baby in life. So I've just learned what works best for me is to throw that out the window and replace it with, if I feel bad pain, no. And if I just feel discomfort, I'm gonna fight through it and push through it, because I'm not a baby. Listen, I'm not a doctor, so probably don't take my advice. I don't do this every time, and I kind of wish I did, but I am doing right now. I don't have my headphones. I'm trying to tell myself it's like a meditative run where I'm just eliminating dopamine, so that way I can like kind of optimize my dopamine, because I've been consuming a lot of short form content, and I can tell that it's like starting to affect my attention span. The girls probably won't get this next segment, but as a man, there's something that feels so like empowering about running without your shirt. However, I gotta be honest with you guys, at the same time I feel embarrassed about how I look, because I just feel fat right now in life. I don't like it, so I feel proud that I was willing to take my shirt off right now. And even though I'm embarrassed about how I look right now, I still have the courage to just run without a shirt. But I can't be too hard on myself, because I'm literally working out right now to fix that self-image. So sometimes to get to somewhere where you want to be proud of yourself, you got to be just willing to face the moments where you don't feel good about yourself at all without running away from them. All right, that's my 10K complete. It's about 6.3 miles, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I feel pretty good, so I'm just gonna finish the 7th mile. The nice thing about being consistent is that last week I did a 10K and I was just dead. And this week I'm running further and faster than I did last week. My point in saying that is that as long as I'm holding the intention to just be consistent, it feels like I'm getting better, like magically. So being a better runner is just like a byproduct of being consistent. That's kind of like the same approach that I take to making videos. Yes, I want to build a channel with as many subscribers as possible, but I can't force you to hit subscribe. The only thing I can do is make the best video I can possibly. And only by doing that is the byproduct of some people wanting to subscribe to see more. Since I'm not in control of their action, I'm only in control of my consistency and being the best that I can be in my moments of execution. I think that's what I'm realizing a lot about this challenge, is that there's like a Goldilocks zone of effort where I'm not letting myself be too easy on myself, but I'm not mentally abusing myself to push harder than I should to where it drains me. And I think that piece of life advice can just be applicable anywhere in my life and anywhere in yours. Rather than pushing for all the end results, push for consistency of effort and your moments of execution. And the results that you want are a byproduct of that, but they're not the goal in and of itself. The goal in and of itself is to be in that Goldilocks zone of consistency and effort. My weights are still going up even after 2 weeks straight of working out every day. I just went up by 10 pounds for the same amount of reps. That took way longer than I wanted it to, because there were just so many people. You guys, I am so proud of myself for this workout. all of my weights went up on every single exercise. I've been trying to keep all of my workouts under 60 minutes. I feel like that's pretty manageable. It dragged on all the way to 90 minutes, an hour and a half today, just because I got there late. It's 5:30 right now. I was waiting for machines. I was also trying to like film where I could, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it was also so hard to film in there today because I'm in a public gym and I don't like the idea of recording people during their workouts at a public gym where like there's people working on their insecurities and things that they don't feel confident about. At least a lot of people in there would feel that way. And so I was just trying to get shots where people weren't in the background and it was impossible. So I ended up standing around and waiting and kind of wasting a little bit of more time doing that than I would have wanted to. I had something frustrating happen earlier today and it just was like kind of in a bad mood. But after going to the gym, I feel excellent. Feel like I've been really loving about just being consistent is that it feels like it makes each day a little less important than having, let's say, 5 days where I need to be consistent. Now I can spread that effort out over like 7 days of the week. And so like the value of each one makes it a little bit more manageable in my mind. Man, I'm just so proud that I haven't stopped yet though. I think that's probably one of the best things about being consistent every day. It just makes you feel so good even though you didn't do anything necessarily too hard. I love feeling amazing without having to feel like I have to obliterate myself each day. I feel like I used to be the type of person that said, if I don't give each day my 100,000%, then I wasted the day and it was pointless and meaningless. But now I'm like, you know what? I did as well as I could in my Goldilocks zone, and I'm gonna be there again tomorrow, and you can't stop that. Now I just feel like I can be proud of myself for showing up and doing the thing and giving it the best, most reasonable effort that I could and doing it again later, and I'm proud of the fact that I'm doing it rather than being proud of the fact that I finished it. Just being proud that I'm doing it allows me to enjoy the entire workout all the way through. And I feel like that's bleeding out into the other parts of my life already where I'm enjoying the process of doing things more. Man, life is just so much better when you're enjoying the process of it. So I'll put up the 2 screenshots of my 10K runs, and just to show you like how much of a difference it's been making, like just putting in effort without really trying to get faster. My average pace on the slow one that I did a week prior was 11:36 per mile, which I think is like fine. And then the next week, I got it down to 10:51 average pace per mile and ran further. That's 45 seconds off per mile in just 1 week of being consistent.
You guys, I stayed up late last night with Mackenzie, which anyway, I feel like I just slept like a rock. I'm gonna pull up my sleep score here. It was a 77, so not great. I feel really sore from my hard workout yesterday, which is a good thing, but I got really hot last night, so I wasn't able to sleep as well as I wanted to. It says my skin temperature was elevated. I mean, I woke up at one part of the night almost sweating. I think I had a late meal last night with a lot of protein in it. In this tip to improve it further, it also mentions that lack of rest, illness, or inflammation could lead to temperature elevation. So that's a potential sign that like I've been really possibly overworking my body. So I need to make sure that I don't overdo it. Last night I was in bed for 8 hours and 50 minutes, and that's like not my normal. My total sleep has been trending upwards the past couple of weeks since I started working out every day. And the very bottom point is when I just started working out in general. So you can see that just exercising is making me sleep more, which makes sense. My total time in bed since I started exercising has gone up from 6 hours and 10 minutes to 7 hours and 50 minutes. So that's like an hour and 40 minutes additional extra time in bed and close to sleep that I'm getting. All right, I've got coffee in my system. I got a tempo run today, so it's gonna be like comfortably hard. Last week, my average mile time for this was 8 minutes and 30 seconds, which is pretty fast. So I'm not gonna try to beat it, but again, I'm just gonna show up and focus on consistency of effort and let's see what happens. And although I feel like tired anyway, physically from just not having a rest day, I feel so excited mentally for this, which is so cool. Okay, so the run of the day is done, and it was just way harder than last week. I ran for 30 minutes at 8:53 per mile. This week it was only 20 minutes at 9:07 per mile. I purposely ran slower today because I was not feeling it. My legs felt so heavy, I was dying. So I called it early instead of running a full 30 minutes. The goal for a tempo run anyway for me is 20 minutes. So I hit my goal, and if anything, I'm just proud that I hit a 7 out of 10 effort throughout all 20 minutes, no matter how hard it was, even though it felt harder to go slower this time than last week. And man, I just think that's what listening to your body is. I'm just happy that I showed up. And again, I'm not worried about the results. I'm happy that I showed up and did a 7 out of 10. Ooh, good morning. Just letting you know that I just woke up, just got out of bed. First thing I do is weigh myself, and then I take a measurement of my waist, because for the past 2 weeks since I started working out again, I've been gaining weight. And that's honestly just because I've been getting my muscle back at the gym. That's why all my weights keep going up. I can lift stronger, and my waist has been getting a little bit smaller. So I've quite literally been gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. Everybody's ideal combo. And it's still without a rest day. So that's nice.
Okay, so I'm off to my leg day workout, and I gotta tell you that I hate training legs. I'm just gonna go there to be consistent, and if I can't, do more than I did last week, whatever. My legs feel extremely heavy and tired, and I've had like lower energy all day, but I've been so locked in and so focused. I also didn't get great sleep last night, but I also think that this is helping me like concentrate more on things every day, because like I swear I've been able to get into deep work so much easier today than really I have in the past at least year or so. I also got to a point today where I've skipped leg day for like 6 years of my life, and I just started doing it, and I'm on my 3rd week of doing it, so this is only my 3rd leg day because I'm only doing it once a week. But I looked at the time and I was like, I need to go hit my workout, because at this point, being consistent with like doing something every day is like honestly giving me like an identity shift. I feel like I'm working out every day, and that's what I do, and it's who I am. And I feel like it's so much harder to have that like identity shift when I'm skipping a day a week, when I'm taking a rest day, honestly. Okay, so here's the bad news. I feel like I've overdone it, and my calves could literally fall off right now, and they're tingling. They're tingling right now, and not in a good way. Today's my easiest day. Thank God, it's just an easy recovery run. I could practically walk it. And good thing, because my calves aren't tingling right now. They are a little tight. Good morning. The good news of the day is that I'm down like 4 pounds since I started filming for this video. And keep in mind, that's like a lot of water weight at first. The first couple of weeks, I just wanted to be consistently working out, but I decided I want to throw in some fat loss. As of 3 or 4 days ago, I just started eating as healthy as I possibly could, and we'll go over what that is in a little bit, because I'm only eating like 4 different things. So the 4 main things that I'm eating, I purposely chose them because I watched this one video by Jeremy Ethier, and he was just talking about picking the foods that are the most filling for the calories. So I'm just eating chicken, potatoes, broccoli, and eggs. Oh, and a protein shake. That's a classic. Some more good news is that my weights keep going up in the gym. I'm gonna be better about bringing my camera in the gym and just do better, try not to record people, but like it's so busy. It would have been hard to even film today. It was Friday at 5 p.m. Mentally, I feel great. I'm really proud that I went and I did that, and I just feel like I have so much more mental energy all day just because I go and I do this thing for 1 hour and then get back and I'm set. Funny, I have another long run today. It's Saturday. It's supposed to be a 10K. That's what the goal I set out for myself. But again, we just go by feel. I woke up late because I stayed up late because it was my friend's birthday. And Formula 1 started. So I stayed up late for the Australia race because it was at midnight. I'm going to go run, okay? I'm going to go run for an hour. It'll take me an hour and I'll be back. Don't be sad. You know what the best part about working out every day is? I'm working out just to be consistent, not necessarily to improve my performance. It makes each workout so low stress. And the fact that my performance keeps improving is just like just the icing on the cake, Good news, we're coming up on 3 weeks of working out straight, and I just feel absolutely incredible today. I'm hitting that runner's high so much earlier today. 27 minutes in. I feel so good. You guys, I messed up so bad. I forgot that my long run is on Sunday, not Saturday, because I need an extra day to recover my legs. Oh, I finished my 10K, but they hurt so bad. They felt so heavy, I felt like I couldn't keep going. I thought about quitting at least 10 times. Oh God. The thing about being consistent is that you're already doing it anyway. So you might as well give it your best shot. And when the laziness kicks in and you want to be lazy, man, just building up some mental awareness to say, no, I don't want to be that person. I want to be better. I want to push. I want to have the habit of pushing and excelling. That's when you got to just willpower it through, man. Holy crap, I'm hurting. This is one of my dishes right now while I'm trying to lose weight. So if you've seen my other videos, you probably know that I just normally down raw eggs, and I'm sure I'll show you guys later. But right now, I'm switching it up. I felt like cooking. So I'll show you this beautifully prepared dish here in about 30 seconds max. Yeah, we got 6 eggs in here. We're cooking. We're going low cal. I'm tired of being chunky. Breakfast is served. And listen, I know 6 eggs is a lot for people, but I'm a hungry guy. I know I just said I'm trying not to be chunky, but like I genuinely, if I have less eggs than this, I get hungry in like 2 hours. I physically feel like I can't go on my speed run right now. I feel just, God, a different type of exhaustion. This is exhaustion. This is intense. I wish I could have a rest day. Really bad. I'm gonna push this workout until later, get some food in me, chill out, relax, and then go later. You guys, I feel exhausted. I normally wake up at 6 or 7. It's 11 and I feel so weak right now. Here's breakfast. Here's a beggar. It's time to eat. All right, let's get this workout in. It's a speed run, so it's just a few sprints, and I'm also gonna try to take some drone footage for you guys. Let me know if you like it. You guys, I just had simultaneously the easiest and the hardest day. I had to push so hard mentally to just run. It was also the easiest day because I literally just almost could not do anymore. I did my last sprint over there. I was dying. Today would be the day that my body needs a rest day, but I'm glad I did that. Thank God that like sprint days are the easiest because you get to catch a lot of breath in between the sprints, you know what I'm saying? Next week for sure, doing my long run on Sunday because it has made it a hard, difficult Sunday the way I did that. I actually did run a little bit more than I wanted to because I was such a boomer today that I kept forgetting to hit record on the drone like 3 or 4 times. I came back after a full sprint and just no footage. Let me go eat the same thing I've been eating for the past week, then just chill out the rest of the day. And I bought a bag of Ruffles. I said if I can't have a rest day, I'm gonna have a semi-cheat day, which includes a full bag of Ruffles, the most underrated chip on the planet. For any of you that are new here, by the way, I always go get popcorn on Sundays and just top it off with butter, and it like practically is gonna clog my veins because of how hard I go at it, and I do it every single Sunday. You may have noticed, but the past couple of Sundays I have not, and I believe I deserve a round of applause for that. I was so out of it today that I recorded my run as an outdoor walk. You guys, I thought I was so lazy all day. I thought I was a bad boy. I was just wasting my day because I woke up at 10. You see this clock? Huh? 3:19? It's 4:20. It's 4:20, you smokers, whoever here smokes. Not 3:20, we sprung forward. God, that makes me feel so much better about myself today. Here's the bag of Ruffles I was eating. I completely just deleted it in one day. You guys, I was fighting yesterday. Today, I don't feel like $1 million, but at least like 750,000, you know what I'm saying? Yesterday I recorded some drone footage for this channel. I recorded it in 1080p, not even a full 4K. I think I was just drained yesterday. There's always like a bit of natural like, damn, I have to go work out right now, stop what I'm doing. I feel like we all have that. Unless you like exercise as your job or something, I think most people are like, damn, all right, gotta go do it. Or you're just like freakishly obsessed with the exercise itself. I gotta say that I love weightlifting. I love weightlifting. Weightlifting is for sure my favorite part of the week. It is so much easier. I get to go in there, I get to feel strong. I can see somebody and I'm like, dude, I'm stronger than you, you know what I'm saying? I don't actually do that. But when I'm in the gym, I gotta be honest, that competitive spirit in me wakes up when I see somebody. If you're stronger than me, sometimes I'll go and I'll give them props, and if they're weaker than me, I'm like, check this out, dude. You see what I'm lifting? I don't know why, that's probably so douchey of me. But that competitive spirit really pushes me to lift more when I'm actually in the gym, so it can't be that bad. I don't hate running, but it is my least favorite of the workouts. When I'm running, I feel slow, I feel big, I feel heavy, I don't feel good at it, and it is just so much more mentally difficult than going to the gym, hitting like a good 6 to 12 reps, like really just pushing yourself for those 30 seconds. It's so much easier. Running is just like mental. It really tests your mental discipline of like, damn, this sucks, but I gotta keep going. My legs still feel really sore from my 10K run, so I'm trying to keep up my good amount of fuel every day. Stay low on the calories so I can still keep on building muscle and losing fat at the same time like an absolute dog. You know what weightlifting really is? It's fighting gravity. How much can I fight gravity today? I'm testing my upper body against gravity today. How much can my chest defy gravity? Weightlifting just sounds so lame, like, oh, I'm gonna go lift some weights. Okay, you caveman. What if I tell you, no, I'm gonna go defy gravity? Call me Katy Perry, I'm going to space. I'm gonna go defy some gravity right now at the gym. And hopefully, today, I can defy more gravity than I defied last week. Because gravity can't hold me down. You go on a first date, and she's like, what do you like to do in your spare time? Are you gonna say weightlifting? Probably give her the egg. You tell her, no, I like to defy gravity. That's Riz 101. That's how I got Mackenzie locked in. I just had simultaneously one of my best and worst workouts. I'll fill you in a second. Okay, it was just a circus in there. I promise you, I'm never going to the gym at 5 o'clock on a Monday when everyone's motivated ever again. That was the last time. Oh, it was terrible. But I try not to get too mad at people. Obviously, we all are in there. We want to work out. Why get mad at people, you know? So one of my best workouts though, because your boy was lifting heavy, PRs on PRs. I'm also gonna go at slower times so I can actually film some of these, because goddamn. I'm mixing up my dinner tonight. It doesn't look pretty, but this is some rotisserie chicken and my fiance's gone. She's the one that wants to make food fancy all the time. This works for me. Listen, they can't tell me I'm not healthy. You see this? You see this? This is peak health. Broccoli. I can't name a healthier veggie right now. Good morning. The days like today are deceiving on the scale because, no, my weight is up on the scale, but my waist measurement is down. So honestly, that's kind of a dub. I know technically the waist measurement isn't the most accurate, but I'm more concerned about the trend. So I still think I'm building muscle and losing fat, but unfortunately, man, my legs are still really tired from that one 10K run that I did this weekend. They're still sore. I can kind of tell my hamstrings are hurting a little bit. I really feel like I do need a rest day. If I needed a rest day from not running, today would 100% be the day, but I kind of just have to send it anyway. I've been a little concerned looking at the data that I have on my watch. I'm gonna show you guys that right now. We'll do a quick recap. My weight, it's kind of been the same, and if anything, it kind of looks like it has a bit of an upward trend, honestly. My body fat, according to my inaccurate measurement, is going down. This has been interesting over the past week. It says my heart rate variability has been going down. My resting heart rate is supposedly going up, so that's not a good sign. All right, I'm taking off on this run. My legs genuinely hurt. I'm just sore. I'm so sore. Guys, I messed it up today. I was supposed to do a 7 out of 10 effort for 20 to 30 minutes. And that's a good tempo run for me. I ran too hard at first. It was probably like 8 out of 10. Instead of being focused on consistency, I was focused on performance. I couldn't keep it up the whole 20 minutes. I ran 17 and a half. My legs are exhausted. I noticed that especially because I'm working out every day, there's a really big difference between mentally exhausted and physically exhausted. And when I'm working out, like, which one is gonna finish first? Is it gonna be my mind that ends first or my body? Today, genuinely, just my body could not keep going. I came out of the gate too hot and my mind was giving up as well. Every time I noticed I was too slow, I'd try to push back towards the 7 and I was just crawling. I should have just done a 7 out of 10 when I started running without looking at how fast that might be. And I think I would have been fine. Time to recover. You guys, I forgot to mention this in a previous update, but when I was doing my last upper body day, I did an ab exercise and then I stood up and then I reached down to grab a water bottle and I just got the biggest ab cramp right here. Actually, I can almost feel it right now. I leaned down and grabbed the water and then I had to force myself to lean backwards because I just had the biggest ab cramp right here. And now I think I have a strain in my ab. I felt it get agitated right now when I sneezed. So that's not a good sign.
Good morning, guys. Look at this morning. Look at how nice that looks this morning. This is really weird. My legs are in pain, but I'm actually excited to go work out. And it's leg day. I haven't liked leg day in years. I couldn't tell you the last time I liked leg day. Actually, I'm gonna say the last time I liked leg day was in high school when my legs were stronger than everybody else's from just playing soccer. So I felt cool. And then I've lifted the same weight with my legs since high school. I'm dead honest with you guys. Because I just skipped it. Couldn't tell you why I squat 315 on legs, and it's just always been there. I squatted 315 when I was 16, and here I am, still squatting 315. Say what you want, that is consistent, but it's 8 a.m. I've been going to the gym around 3 p.m., and today I'm so excited to go exercise, even though I'm in pain. I quite literally have a hamstring cramp that I think is coming in. My abs hurt. Maybe I'll go this morning. Listen, I'm not gonna call this an exercise addiction necessarily, because it is like a healthy habit. At least it's not really requiring any effort to go anymore. Now it's just like habitual. Do you need effort to be addicted to something? But maybe like in a sense of the word it really is like that, because I'm excited to go now, even though like genuinely I probably shouldn't. You guys want to know something funny about my dog randomly? She hates getting her paws dirty, and so a day like today where it's just been raining, she refuses to go out in there so that she doesn't have to get her paws dirty. Oh, I also forgot to tell you guys this because I picked up Mackenzie from the airport yesterday. I was so hungry yesterday because I think my body is just like craving proteins and food and whatever, and I was fighting. I had a total of a little over a pound of chicken. I'm quite surprised at how much food I'm eating, like the healthy foods, but they're so low calorie that I'm still like losing weight pretty much every day. But I feel like my appetite has definitely gone up because now I'm eating. Like, what do you mean I ate a pound of chicken yesterday? My love, I just wanted to tell you that I'm gonna go defy gravity right now.
What?
I'm gonna go defy gravity.
What does that mean?
Lift heavy weights.
Oh. Wow. You must be really strong.
I am. You're right.
I told you guys earlier why I don't really like recording other people and whatnot, but I still want to get some footage for you guys. For Christmas, my mother gave me the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I don't know anybody that's ever worn sunglasses inside a gym. That is gonna look so ridiculous. Oh my god, this looks ridiculous. All right, I got 245 pounds on here. Here we go. Last week I did 225 for 8, so this week it's up 20 pounds, 245 for 8. Every week I've been tracking it inside the app, so I just got so lucky I could do the leg extension and the leg curl back to back. These machines are never open. What are you up to? Me? I'm just hanging. I finished my workouts with just hanging for a couple of minutes, literally. It keeps my shoulders healthy. It's not very fun. It hurts my forearms. It's not comfortable around my face because my headphones don't fit around my shoulders and ears. But we hang. Oh, 30 seconds at a time because it hurts. You guys, I freaking love this. I'm gonna have to tell you about it in a second once I get in the car. I gotta tell you a quick story about Christopher back in the day, back when I was like probably 16 to 18 and I started working out. I had just graduated high school and I had nothing else to do in life and I was figuring myself out. I would go to the gym for about 4 to 5 hours a day. I kid you not. I was that obsessed. I wasn't trying to be unhealthy, but I would spend 4 to 5 hours there because I had to squeeze out every single gain possible. I'm an adult now. I've grown. I've developed a frontal lobe. I can think properly. Now when I'm in there, I want to be in and out within an hour. The closer I am to the 1 hour mark, the better. If I could get down in 45 minutes, I would. I want to spend the least amount of time in the gym to get the maximum amount of result, and that is why I'm only doing 1 or 2 sets of each exercise. And I'm loving it because I keep getting stronger every single time. When I was obsessed with working 4 to 5 hours a day, I hated taking a rest day. I thought rest days were terrible. And I would always take a rest day on Sunday, and then Monday I felt like I couldn't wait to get back in the gym, but it was also a drag. Like, I remember it feeling more like a chore on Monday because Sundays just felt so good. This Working out every single day just for an hour or less is incredible. It is like just enough for me to feel mentally good. And I feel like it's just enough for my body to recover, where honestly, maybe I should prioritize a little bit more recovery. And if I was eating a normal amount of calories and not in a deficit, I probably wouldn't feel some of the things that I'm doing. Like I did the hamstring exercise and my hamstring was kind of cramping up a little bit, so I had to make sure I kept it stretched. But I feel good right now. And I'm so excited to go and be consistent. And then the workout ends up being good. And I'm like, hell yeah, it was like a cherry on top. I was consistent. That's what I'm there for. And I got a cool workout that I feel stronger and better about myself after. And I didn't have to work out for 5 hours. You know how nice it is to do 2 sets of squats and I'm done? I used to be proud of myself when I would cut my 5-hour workout down to 2.5 hours. That's too much time, dude. I gotta do stuff in life other than just sit in the gym and kick my feet around, twiddle my thumbs. I think old people say that. And maybe I'm one of them now. I don't know. My brother's gay, and if he wasn't gay, I'd probably be an unk by now. He's older than me, so I should be an unk. Not gonna happen though. Never, literally. My bloodline depends on me. If it weren't for me, my mom would not have any heirs in the future. My bloodline would just die out. My ancestors would have survived millions of years for nothing. That's alright, I love my brother. I am impressed by the body's ability to recover by just being consistent, and if there's a day where things are really tough, just being a little bit easier. The way I look at it now is that I was gonna spend 30 minutes scrolling on my phone, wasting my life doing something stupid, or I just went out, improved my health a little bit, and then I can get back to living my life in a healthier way.
You guys, I am so glad. Today's my easy day. It's my easiest day of the week. It's only a nice little 20-minute run. This time I'm gonna take this girl. She's ready to go, obviously. She's like, why are you wasting time talking to the camera? All right, let's take off. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. My legs are so sore, by the way.
She just pulls me along. Yeah, I'm probably going way faster than I should. Oh man, it's cold. I'm sore, but I feel fine. I feel like my body kind of has gotten used to running after leg day in a way.
I didn't want to wear this previously, like before I started working out, because it made me look fat. My waist is down about 1 inch, so I'm still a little chunky. I'm not trying to suck in my stomach at all. This is literally just where I'm at.
Well, today's Friday. It is my favorite day in the gym. Thank God. When we get to the gym, I gotta show you guys my health app. A few days ago, I showed you just how I was on a downward trend and my body was suffering for some reason. I wonder if I was kind of getting sick with something and I just didn't feel it. I have an insane immune system. I mean, my immune system is practically like the US military. It's practically impenetrable. I hardly ever get sick unless I'm doing one of these challenges that specifically is ruining my health. Yeah, right here, heart rate variability is going up. That's a good health marker. You want that as high as possible. Resting heart rate is also back on the downtrend right here. My cardio fitness has I guess kind of been steady, but at least it's going up a little bit. I really don't know what's up with that one, but I guess I haven't been getting too much faster if I think about it. All right, let's go defy some gravity, huh? You're back in my glasses. Anyway, I have 215 on here. I don't feel as strong today as I feel like I normally do. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Last week I did 205 for 8, so that's got to be some type of improvement. Last week I did these 90 for 6 reps, so I'm just hoping I can match that this week for at least 2 sets. That's 7. I could have passed out at the end. That was really hard. If I hit this for 7, I'm gonna apply for a job at NASA. 6. Come on. Yeah, it looks like I'm not applying for a job at NASA. Dear God. Honestly, I was not in the mood for any of that, but it worked out great. So, at the beginning, because then I was hyped. I think the life lesson I'm learning the most out of this is that I just absolutely am so proud of myself for being consistent, and I love being consistent with things, and I want to push myself to be more consistent and more things more often. Oh, that is one of the coolest motorcycles I have seen. I need to ride my motorcycle more. Do you guys even know I have one? Probably not, because I don't freaking ride it. I want to be more consistent in that. No, but in all honesty, it just feels like, because being consistent forces you to do something every day without a rest day, I feel like I'm learning to love the process of the grind more than like what I'm doing itself, and every time just the results keep getting better and it keeps being more awesome. Since I started this challenge, what I've been doing is I've been staying up until like at least 9 p.m. working. I told Mackenzie that I have to stop working on like these videos and whatever projects I've taken on for this channel and that stuff. I have to stop at 9 p.m. But the fact that she was like, wow, if I worked until 9 p.m. every day, I think I'd go crazy. She was like, good thing like you love what you do and you want to do it. And I'm like, yeah, that does sound kind of crazy, but I am choosing to do it. And the fact that I'm being consistent with it, it doesn't even bother me going out on until, you know, 9 p.m. or later. I'm loving it, and I want this channel to do well. Moral of the story is that consistency, I think, is rubbing off in other areas of my life and making the grind of other things not as bad. Because honestly, you guys, I hate editing, and I could have said that, but even now as I said that, I feel like that's a little bit of a lie now. Because while I don't enjoy editing like as much as I love filming stuff, I'm being so consistent with pushing myself to edit every single day for this channel and whatever, and I'm doing it 7 days a week now. It makes me not hate editing because I have to do it, so why suffer? Like when I did my fasting video where I didn't eat for 7 days, I was like, man, I'm not gonna eat anyway, so why be sad if I'm hungry? Why be upset about it? Like, just going to the gym every single day is like helping me be more productive outside of the gym everywhere else and more consistent. I love this. I just had a weird thing happen. So I was eating downstairs and I wasn't really hungry before I started making my food. By the time I started eating, all of a sudden I was just, I had like the first like half of the meal and I kept getting hungrier as I was eating. It just spiraled out of control. I ended up eating chicken, eggs, and broccoli, so it was a really easy meal. But I was just surprised getting hungrier while eating. If anybody knows what happened with that, feel free to leave it in the comments because I have no clue. You know, something I haven't talked too much about is how I feel when I'm not weightlifting, like outside of the gym throughout the rest of the day. I feel exceptional. Whole day, like $1 million practically. I just am full of energy all day. I can focus on my work for so long. It practically feels like nothing can hold me back all day. It's awesome. I actually remembered to do my speed run today. I stayed up late with Mackenzie last night, so again, I'm not really in the mood for this, but like my body feels good. At the end of that speed run, my like shins were feeling like they were starting to maybe get shin splints and whatnot, so I just decided to chill out and run a bit slower because I still have that long run tomorrow. Gosh, I also wanted to say, I think it's just as a man, I feel like it's so nice to move your body every single day, to just go get a nice workout in. It's so rewarding because now it's Saturday today, so now what I want to do is start working more again because I just feel like I have so much more motivation to do things, to like get editing and like to like work on my life goals and life progress rather than taking a day off. And it still feels really, really exciting. Like I'm just so motivated that it's awesome. So I think what I'm learning is that I would much rather be consistent every day if I don't push myself to the absolute limit to where I need a rest day. And then I can just do things every single day. I love this. I used to hate working out because I felt like it like took too much time out of my day. But now the way that I'm looking at it is like, it's only 30 minutes to 1 hour of movement to spend the rest of my day just motivated, ready, and excited for everything. And because I'm not taking like a rest day, I don't feel like I have more energy on any one particular day than any other day. I feel like I'm just cruising just a consistent good amount of energy every single day. I've also noticed that I've had a lot more self-control with like my food choices, my willpower. Like I get started on my tasks, my work tasks and editing way sooner. I spend way less time like scrolling on my phone and everything. I think it just rewires your brain to be able to do hard things in a similar way that like meditation does, but it does it in like a different way. It's so cool because like meditation, you have to train your attention to stay on whatever you're telling it to. And by exercising every day, especially running is mentally difficult, and it takes a lot of mental discipline to do it. And you have to train your mind to have your body do what you're telling it to do. It makes me feel like there's so much more forward momentum in life, and like things are all going in the right direction just by the simple fact that I've been working out every day. This probably looks a little barbaric, but this is what my rotisserie chicken looks like. And then she's gonna beg for it. All right, so we have another long run this morning. Based off of how I'm feeling, I know I could do like at least a 5K, so like 3.1 miles or whatever. If I can do the full 10K, I'm gonna send it, but it's getting a little hotter outside and it could just mess up my run a bit. I've just been pushing myself for so long now, for so many different days and weekends, that if I just don't do the full 10K, I'm gonna be okay with it. At least I'm just being consistent. That's what counts. I'm also supposed to do this without headphones today, without music, but I just want to enjoy my run today. All right, let's get started. Let's get those legs moving, huh? I know it's windy, but I gotta tell you guys, I'm not even a mile in, and I'm hitting that runner's high. Yeah! This wind is so bad, I literally can't run against it. I have a weather warning on my running app that has a wind advisory. Guys, I'm home. I had to tap out. It was way harder. The wind was so bad, it was making me so slow. All right, let me give you guys a breakdown of what I think happened here while I make this breakfast, because this was like one of the hardest runs ever. Listen, I was shocked just a second ago because I was thinking it was my sleep score. My sleep score and my recovery were in the 80s. After my workout on upper body workout on Friday, I've been feeling insanely hungry and like depleted and a little bit sore, which is good. Especially my shoulders. I feel like I could fly. And my body has just been like trying to recover ever since Friday. I've been way hungrier than usual, like feeling like I just need to like keep on eating. And I'm obviously eating these healthy foods and they get me full in the moment, but then I get hungry again a little bit later and I'm like, I just need to keep down and stuff. And because I've been so hungry, it's been making me feel like weak, I guess, like just not fully, ready to go, I guess. I helped Mackenzie move some stuff yesterday. She was just in a home renovation mood and I had to pick up some heavy stuff and I'm like, dang, this doesn't feel like 25 pounds. It feels like 45 pounds or something. My weight is no longer staying steady. Pretty much this whole video I've been hanging out around 220 to like 218. And this morning I woke up and I weighed myself and I was 215 pounds, 215.8. That's the lowest I've seen in this video yet, so it kind of makes sense that if that's the case, then I'm feeling definitely depleted. Which is nice because I was real tired of being chunky, a little chunky guy. And also my waist measurement was down like another 0.1 of an inch, so that definitely is a sign that I'm losing fat. I think I saw somewhere a while ago that pretty much like 1 inch around your waist is equivalent to about 5 pounds of fat. So that's like a little over 5, almost 6 pounds of fat lost, estimated. One day if this channel grows bigger, I can be like one of the fancy YouTubers and get like a whole DEXA scan and make it overly complicated, but you get what I'm saying. At the end of the day, most of us just want to look in the mirror and be like, is that a Greek god I'm looking at? Yeah, I think so. That's pretty much the vibe I think most of us go for. Well, in the process of doing that, I keep pushing my training load to the point where like I feel like I'm maxing out what my body can recover, which is, that's ideally where you want to be. Like you want to be fully recovered and not leave any gains, and trying to min-max it. But you don't want to overdo it. Well, here's another screenshot of my 3-month training load. You can see that at the very top right, it's gone all the way up, and being above that white line means that your training load is like above your average, and I just keep pushing that white line up, which means that I'm just continuously punishing my body to recover more and more, and that hasn't been much of a problem yet. But I think it will become more of a problem as I keep losing fat, as your body uses that stored fat as part of its energy that it uses to recover. And if I'm starting to get lower and dipping into more fat than I'm eating every day to like help my recovery, yeah, I think I'll have more days like today where I'm just feeling like death after 2 miles. But I did get that runner's high, so it wasn't wasted. It wasn't all terrible. But just like 10 minutes after that, man, I could not keep going. Second to last thing I want to mention is that like there's some scientific research that shows when you're craving something, your body probably wants one of like the nutrients that's in that food. That's not to say that if you want like a chocolate cake, your body's craving chocolate. That's just being unhealthy. But halfway through my run today, I just thought of broccoli. I was like, I need to get some broccoli. Don't know why, don't know what it has, maybe magnesium. Magnesium gets really low in people when they're dieting. I just said, I need some broccoli, which is why we're cooking it up right now. And last but not least, I still had a little bit of shin splints today from my leftover from my run yesterday. I do think a small thing is that I changed up my speed workout yesterday, and I did a completely different and new one that was a lot harder. So like my body hasn't adapted to that style of speed run. But whatever, I kept going a little bit and just try to like step carefully so I wouldn't ruin my shins. Moral of the story is that I'm so proud of myself for being consistent, but my body is begging me to eat properly and get some type of rest. Yeah, even though I felt terrible, I literally thought on my 2.5 mile of death on the run back, I was like, maybe I should do this for 100 days and do an update video later on. And then I was like, maybe I'll even do a year. Probably not gonna happen. But 100 days is on the table. Dear recovery gods, please let me heal so I can get jacked at the gym tomorrow. Amen. We're all getting our greens, right, Feta? Yes, broccoli. You guys, I'm so excited to go weightlifting today. Every day is just, weightlifting is just incredible. The runs are the hardest workouts by far, and they're also mentally difficult. But today, I feel like a king, like a Greek god, like we talked about yesterday. But you know what I think might be the most boring part about this? It's having chicken every day. I'm not a food complainer. I don't eat for pleasure. I eat to fuel myself. I could care less most of the time about eating the same thing every single day. I've done it for years. One time, I kid you not, I had the same meatballs from Trader Joe's every day for 6 years for lunch. 6 years. I didn't even realize it was 6 years until one of my friends was like, Chris, every time I'm with you at lunch, you eat these. And now I'm doing it again with chicken, but I think the hardest thing about it is that you kind of have to eat chicken for lunch and for dinner. And I don't know why, I just wish I could like mix it up, like have like steak instead of chicken twice. I feel like I have like grandma's driving posture right now. You know what's kind of funny? I feel like when I'm driving in front of the camera and the camera's rolling, I try to drive really responsible so nobody gets mad at me. Turn this camera off, I'm probably like chilling like this, like a G. Okay, so last week I did 100s for 8. There's no way I'm doing 105. There's no way I can't do that for 8, but I'll at least give it my best shot to try to do it for like, I don't know, 5. I just had such a weird workout because all of my like push exercises, all push exercises, I was either the same or down in weight, besides my triceps. But all of my pulling exercises, I'm talking like pull-ups, curls, whatever else, the back half of my body's getting stronger, not the front half. Don't know what that means. But when something like that happens, I don't even stress about it. It's either my body needs rest and it's like, maybe I'll come back stronger next week, or I've quite literally topped off like the amount of strength I'm gonna keep gaining versus the amount of fat I'm gonna keep losing. And if I keep losing fat and getting leaner, I'm not gonna get any stronger. Maybe that's where I'm at now. But maybe you guys want to hear the funniest joke I remembered today. What types of waves wash up on tiny beaches? Microwaves. Oh yeah, we are so back. All right. You guys, I literally feel like I'm living in some type of like dystopian simulation when I go in there and I see slow growth chicken advertised, because we've genetically mutated our food so hard that now mutating it a little bit slower is a selling point. Genetically modified is just a nice way of saying if they just mutated it on purpose. Can we not all agree that that's insane? And it's not like there's like, I can't do anything about it. Like I don't live on a farm. I'm not gonna go raise my own chicken. Not yet, but then maybe someday I can start my own farm. Genetically normal chicken. I had a conversation with my mother driving to the grocery store because she called me. She's like, son, I'm struggling to lose a couple pounds. I said, Mom, I'm gonna tell you the most boring diet you've ever had. I'm dropping weight like crazy. Chicken, eggs, protein shake, broccoli, potatoes. That's all you eat. Everything else, cross it out. She was like baffled at first because also my mom, I love my mother, but she also like grows up in the I feel like the generation of people that like believe in random little gimmicks. I feel like a big one I see girls fall into is like they take a shot of apple cider vinegar every day as if it's a magical pill. Natural Ozempic practically. I'm like, I promise you that one shot of apple cider vinegar isn't gonna do anything if you don't eat correctly. The reason I'm bringing this up is because she was like, son, she says, ever since a little girl, I've loved my sourdough grilled cheese. And she said, but sourdough is supposed to be healthy for you. It's a probiotic and it has other bunch of healthy stuff in it. And I told her, Mom, I think it's a scam. I think bread is a scam. I think bread's a lie. Let me explain. Did you know, and you've probably heard this, breakfast is the most important meal of the day? That's a lie. You know when people started saying that? When they created cereals and needed to sell them. So they came up with this whole marketing campaign and it said breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It's not the most important meal of the day. The most important meal of the day is the most nutritious meal you have, not the time that you had it. So when she says, but bread is healthy for you, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what would a caveman eat? Would a caveman have eaten bread? No. Therefore, it's a lie. But a caveman would have eaten potatoes and broccoli and chicken. See what I'm saying? Bread, no matter if it's whole grain or white bread or whatever, is just carbs that are not that filling and full of calories. So if you want to lose weight, I don't believe in bread. That's all I'm trying to say. The only bread I believe in is getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? That sounded so stupid. Get your bread up. No, not whole wheat or white. Talking about the bag. I've been in a weird mood for like 2 days. Just like a silly mood. Don't know why. Also, why do girls love bread? Mackenzie loves bread. Can anybody tell me genuinely, why do girls love bread so much?
Hey, good morning. It's early in the morning. I can't talk too loud because Mackenzie's sleeping, but I haven't meditated in a couple of days. When I'm meditating, I just like need less sleep, and I found out that that's because you hit like a low level amount of sleep when you're meditating with the type of meditation that I do. Well, yesterday I finally got back into it. I meditated for 30 minutes, and today I woke up an hour earlier than usual. Here's the unexpected downside though. Right now I'm in Austin, Texas, and we have just been having the weirdest weather. On my Sunday run, it was hot and windy. And that wind must have just blown in all of the freezing air because right now it's 32 degrees outside. So I don't know what's up, but I'm going to be awake for a little bit and not go on a run until like it gets at least a little bit warmer because I am not going to go running in 32 degree weather. That's insane. Also, check this out. This company Intake, they sent me some of these breathing strips that I want to try out for you guys. Don't worry, this isn't sponsored, so I can give you guys like a genuine, honest review anyway, which I would have done anyway. All right, let's try out these breathing strips. I'm really curious about them. I haven't even put mine on, and I put it on Mackenzie. And she said, wait, this is actually so nice, because she has the worst allergies.
I can breathe a full breath. I'm breathing in HD. I actually love it.
You love it?
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the most I've been able to breathe in probably 6 months.
Wow, that's crazy. You probably actually do need these. They probably sent me this thing and it'd be great for me, and it just ends up being good for you.
This is all the benefits are for me.
My turn to give it a shot. I haven't put it on yet.
Whoa. Why did that feel so funny? My nose tickles too. Okay, so it's the first time a company sends me anything on this channel, which is really exciting, but I did a little bit of research because I think it's about like my job as like a creator, especially if I want to build like a long-term channel, to be genuine and honest about this stuff. And so I did a little bit of research before even putting these on camera. And by the way, I have already denied a couple of requests from other companies that definitely were shady. Like I got this one weird one that was trying to get me to show you guys like a nicotine-based product, and it was just the sketchiest thing from China I'd ever seen. And I was like, I'm not going to tell anybody about this, no matter how much money you offer me. Anyway, Intake sent me these and just give me a code if I want to refer these to you guys. They're literally not paying me for any of this stuff, and they didn't ask to like check this out, so I can just tell you guys whatever I feel like. The research I did was showing that basically there's like no technical no scientific research that proves that these like make you run faster, but what it does do is it makes it feel easier for you to breathe. And for people with allergies like Mackenzie, it's an absolute game changer. Also, my stepdad sleeps with these in, because I told my mom they sent me these, and she told me that my stepdad sleeps with these, and apparently he absolutely loves them. And I was telling my friend Tristan that they sent me these, and he says he uses them as well, and he loves them. I want to say it's a bit like wearing like compression socks and compression stuff. Like I'm wearing compression shorts right now for running, and it realistically, like wearing compression shorts isn't going to make me faster, but wearing the compression shorts, it does make my run feel better. I'd rather wear this than something else. Anyway, I'm going to start running so I can breathe with these out, with this thing on. We have a tempo run today. I'm kind of excited to send it while I'm wearing this thing. You guys, it's absolutely freezing outside. My hands, they're about to fall off. Not literally, they feel like ice cubes though. This might actually be the perfect day to test these nose strips out, because whenever I run in cold weather, my nose gets runny. And honestly, I can breathe pretty good right now. Also in high school, I broke my nose. I was playing soccer. I got elbowed. Whole thing was shifted sideways. I had to get surgery to straighten it back out. But even then, one side is like bigger than the other for the rest of my life because of that accident. And I don't know if it's placebo or not, but I can definitely tell that it was this side, because that side feels way more open in comparison to the other side now. Like the side that was more closed, I feel a bigger difference in that one than my normal side. Okay, I think that was the first time my run has improved in like 2 weeks, which is nice, because I think I was getting used to like the higher training load, because I kept trying to take it easy on the runs for a little bit, and I just think whenever I take things easy on runs, it's just never good. It never works out well, especially when I'm doing like a zone 2 run where it's like purposely supposed to be easy. For some reason, it just puts me in the mental mindset that, oh, I should be taking more runs easy. I just hate that mindset. It doesn't work for me, because when I take that one run easy, then I start taking other runs easy, and then I don't make as much progress, and then I'm upset when my runs don't get better for a couple of weeks, even though I'm getting stronger. I don't know, when I first started this video, I was getting faster every run because I was hyped and I was sending it. And then the mindset of take it easy kicked in, and I think I stopped making as much progress. Before I started this run, I told you guys, oh, I'll just do 20 to 30 minutes. When I hit the 20-minute mark, I was ready to give up. I was like, okay, yep, I've hit my tempo run. This is really hard. I should stop now. And then I caught myself being upset. I was like, honestly, I've just been taking these runs too easy. And then getting frustrated that I'm not getting like at least a little bit of progress, getting a little faster, feeling like my runs are getting easier. So I was like, honestly, Chris, you just need to suck it up and send it. So I ran a full 5K at a pace that I think was 8 seconds faster than my usual time. I'll look at it in just a second. Yeah, the thing about weightlifting is that it's mentally way easier. You literally just sit down, you have a 30-second set, and you go 10 out of 10 for that set. It's so easy to go 100% on weightlifting because you only have to go 100% for 30 seconds, and then you get to rest for 3 to 5 minutes and do it again. But running, the reason it just doesn't work is because I feel like the reason it doesn't work is because it's so much mentally harder that you have to push yourself every stride for a sustained period of 20 to 30 plus minutes. And if I'm doing a long run, like a 10K, then it's over an hour of constantly pushing yourself mentally. And that just takes a lot of mental discipline. I'm in the habit of just taking it easy. I feel like what I need to do is instead of my easy 20-minute zone 2 run, I just need to make it like a hard 10 minutes or something. Just do like a speed 1 mile and then call it good. So I know that I can full send it every single time that I'm running every single day without getting into this complacent mindset of going easy. Not that having an easy run is bad, but I don't want to be in the habit of allowing myself to go easy on things all the time consistently, which is, I think, kind of what it does to me. I don't know if I'm broken or something, but that's just how my brain works. Anyway, considering that this is the first time that I have a product featured on this channel that I was sent, I want you guys to know that I would never offer you guys anything I wouldn't personally put my own money behind. Yeah, I wouldn't say these are mandatory for anything, but they are nice for quality of life. If you have the disposable income to consider getting yourself a quality of life thing, could be worth it. If you guys are interested in these, you can check out the code down below. You also don't have to, but it does help me out as a creator to like make this thing a whole full-time thing if this is something that you're interested in and you use that code. How are you breathing?
I'm breathing so good.
You're breathing good?
Yeah.
Nice. You're telling me we can genetically mutate chicken and grow faster, but we can't mutate onions to not make you cry when you cut them? Hey, let's go defy some gravity, huh? Today's gonna be a big day because I'm gonna see if I'm getting stronger or weaker. Never mind, I actually have a leg day, so that's not very exciting. Okay, so last week I did 275 for 8 reps. I literally just did it as my warm-up set, and it was like the easiest warm-up ever, so I just threw on 315, let's see. Also, I forgot to eat breakfast, so I don't know what's going on, but maybe my legs are just feeling good. Oh God. Okay, I went up by 40 pounds. Holy crap, that's awesome. Hey, considering how hard I went on yesterday's run, I'm surprised I'm doing so well today. This machine claims that it's called the glute drive machine, but personally I call it the hump machine. I went up by 20 pounds that time, so my legs are just strong today. Okay, so that's another day just going up in literally every single exercise, and that's awesome. For the record, I'm completely natural. The only thing I'm supplementing is creatine. I'm not taking steroids. I don't want to take steroids or anything like that. At this stage of my life, I couldn't even afford steroids if I did want to take them. My main goal right now is to just save up for a wedding with Mackenzie, so, and that's insanely expensive for no reason.
Good morning. It's early. Sunrise is barely happening. So here's the game plan. Today's supposed to be my easy run, 20-minute zone 2. No, not today. I'm gonna run just one hard mile. I figured 20 minutes of easy run has to be equivalent to just like one all-out mile. That might even be harder than 20 easy minutes. She gets sad every time I leave the house. I'll be right back, okay? Sun is out. Dog guns are out. Come on. And it's time to run this hard mile. Side note, I'm feeling so much more confident now. I'm so much more proud of my body. That's why I showed you the guns, you know what I'm saying? But no, seriously, it's just the fact that I'm willing to like do that stuff now and mess around like that, I think just shows that I'm just gaining more confidence in myself. Because of working out consistently, that's a big dub. Anyway, let's go run. All right, you guys want to see me run a fast mile? You want to see me do it again? That's a SpongeBob reference for any of you that didn't know that. I don't want to be that guy, so I don't want to talk about this too long, but in high school, my fastest mile was like 5 minutes and something seconds. Hopefully I can find my track time. I'll put it up there. I am fully expecting today's mile to be like 8 minutes something. Back when I ran that, I weighed like 160 pounds. I was just a skinny little shrimp. And I used to play soccer every day for like 3 hours a day. Oh Lord, here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and we're off. I'm burning so fast that my hat wants to fly off. So I'm gonna put it in sport mode. Oh yeah, we're off. That was just like over 7.5 minutes. And I told you I'd be right back. At this point of working out every day, I've lost track of the days. I don't even know what day I'm on. I know what workout I have today, but I don't know how many days I've done it in a row at this point. I feel like I have to recheck. It's actually just habitual now, and it feels nice. I do kind of wish that I didn't like have to work out at this part of the early noon, but I just feel like I have to in order to be time efficient for the rest of my day. Because if I go to the gym at 5 p.m., oh my God. You know what I'm wondering about? If I'm being less patient, because I've realized that as a natural person, like not taking any performance enhancers besides creatine, baby. Come on. I've realized that you only need to do like 1 to 2 hard sets, like 100% effort sets. And then that's just kind of it. For example, I was in there doing my workout. 45 minutes goes by and I see one guy using the preacher curl hitting biceps for 45 minutes. You don't need 45 minutes of bicep curls. That's insane. I gotta tell you guys, it's something that might be a little bit embarrassing. My friend told me not to tell you guys this, my friend Andrew.
My right forearm is sore, and it's not what you're thinking. I already did my video on gooning. That's done. My friend Andrew asked me to play old school RuneScape with him and to do a bunch of raids, and I was clicking the screen so hard that my forearm is sore. He said, don't tell anybody why your forearm's sore because they're going to think it's something else, but I just have to be honest with you guys. So for some reason, my forearm stops me from hitting a PR today. You know why? It's because I was clicking my screen like a madman last night. Oh, you guys got to see this. I just got this as I'm sitting in the parking lot getting ready, drinking my caffeine.
You're just a bitch. Honestly, and that's not me trying to be some after school special shit. You really are a bitch.
Good thing we don't take rest days around here. I don't feel optimally strong for this, honestly, at all, but I'm just gonna send it anyway and just hope for the best. So here we go. A couple of weeks ago I did 205 for 6. I'm just going for this for 6. Oh, hell yeah. Yo, that was a good night. All right, so I technically already did my 2 sets, but I have to throw on the 225 just to know. Also hate recording in the gym, but I gotta do it for you guys. So I'm up 10 pounds in a rep. That's why I want to know what 225 is like. 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on, one more. 7. Yeah, okay, I'm up a rep. That's surprising. I could have maybe gone for 8, but I didn't have a spotter and I didn't want to die. I'm not kidding you, I just did my set and then talked to the camera and I didn't even press record. But I did this 25-pound weight for 8 reps. All right, well, I just did my first set of this. I did like 3 reps, 4 reps. Terrible. I think this is the first time I'm just like pretty much exhausted. So let's go ahead and give this another shot. Three, 4, 5. Yeah, last week that was for 7. Just not going up this week. Guys, I have to take back something I said earlier. Right before I hit my set, I said, I hate recording in the gym, but I'm gonna do it for you guys. That's actually cap. I don't hate recording in the gym. Do I like it? I'm cool with it. I actually don't have a problem with it. I don't like feeling like I'm like inconveniencing other people or I'm gonna make them feel self-conscious in a space where it's not like a specialty bodybuilding place. It's just a place people are going to like work on their health and stuff. So that's why I'm just trying to be really conscious while I'm recording, but it's kind of like I'm playing, maybe I'm too in my head about it, but I'm just trying to play this balance of getting good footage while getting the least amount of people in the background. I know that most people don't care if they're in the background of a video, you know? I saw people look at the camera plenty of times. Nobody said anything, nobody complained. Like, do the best that I can to make the best video I can without like infringing on anybody, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what it is? I want people to feel confident when they go to the gym, especially the people that need it the most are not the ones that are the most fit, right? They're the most unfit people that need to go to the gym the most. I want those people to be able to go to the gym without feeling scared, without feeling like they're gonna be in the background of somebody's video that they don't wanna be in, and therefore they don't wanna go. That's what I'm trying to avoid. That's what I'm trying to say. I have a radical thought that I have to tell you guys. But I was in the gym, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, dang dude, you look so much better than you did a month ago. And I caught myself thinking about that a little bit. Because in the gym, they had a like neon sign that said, no judgments, no whatever, leave your ego at home or something. And I looked at that sign and I'm like, that's just not accurate. This is my controversial thought. You can't live in a world without judgment. We have to make judgment calls on everything. We have to decide if something is good or bad or exceptional or terrible. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just the way that we function. And to say that you just eliminate that from existence or the way our brain works is just like, not good. Anyway, here's what I'm trying to say. After I saw that sign and then I looked in the mirror and then I looked at myself, I was like, you look so much better than you did a month ago, Chris. I was like, wow. You know, it really takes a lot of courage in life sometimes to look in the mirror and just admit something negative. And like judge something as negative, admit it and accept it so that you can change it. Because about a month ago, I looked in the mirror and I was like, Chris, you look fat. You don't look good. This is not the best you've ever looked. You look unhealthy. You look overweight. You look like you've put on relationship pounds. And I had to tell myself the truth. And that is okay. And I feel like what I want to emphasize here is that you can tell yourself the truth and then be proud of the fact that you had the courage to tell yourself that and then do something about it. The doing something about it being the key part, right? I'm not just going to look in the mirror and be like, Chris, you look fat, and be proud of that. No, that's not good. I have to make a judgment call that being unhealthy is not good because I don't want to die early. I love living and I want to live a long time. And I am proud, maybe not of where I am, but of the fact that I'm telling myself the truth and I'm doing something about it. I think that's what I'm learning so much about this consistency challenge, is that you don't, as a human, you don't have to be proud of where you're at or where you've been, but you can choose to be proud of what you're doing. Wow. Oh my God. Write that down in the words of wisdom. And funny enough, I don't even have to be proud about how I look right now. Because of course I wish I was like leaner and more muscular, and that's just what we all go through in life. But I am proud that every day I fucking show up to do something about it. And I may never get to be the leanest, most jacked version of myself, but I will be proud that every single day I'm just doing something about it, man. And I feel like that's even more important like now in today's world, especially when you consider that like we have so much entertainment and stimulation at home. And it's almost as if the world right now that we live in is designed to help you do nothing. There are so many ways in life to do nothing. And for a long time, I feel like I was stuck in doing nothing every single day. And you do nothing for one day, and to be honest with you guys, doing nothing feels good. It feels real relaxing. Sometimes it's nice to just feel like a vegetable for a day, you know? But now I'm looking at all that, and I'm like, dang. Now that I've been so consistent for so long, and I can think about how good I feel now, I like never want to go back to just vegging out. Man, and the world is, I don't know, the world is just designed to make us, especially us men, just weak and useless and timid. But I don't want to be like that. And showing up to work out every single day, move my body. I mean, not only does it raise natural testosterone levels for us men, and also I believe it would do the same for women, even though they have like 10 times less testosterone than men. It just feels good, man. And then I feel like I can just do good things everywhere after that. Moral of the story of this whole drive here is it's not about where you've been or where even you're going. It's about feeling proud about what you're doing. And if you want to feel proud about where you end up, that's cool too. But I think being proud about what you're doing helps you stay humble. And all it takes, just a spark to get that going, to really feel good about yourself, is to be willing to admit when something isn't as good as you want it to be, make a judgment call, be proud that you admitted it, and then start doing something. All right, I think I gotta tell you guys another reason why this is on my mind is because yesterday Mackenzie was showing me this body positivity video on it was Jillian Michaels versus like the body positivity movement. Maybe I'll find it. Oh my God, it's just some of the most cringe talking you've ever heard. I mean, I think one of the girls literally said, yeah, but like, what is health? I'm like, what do you mean, what is health? It's okay to want to love yourself and be happy with yourself and be happy with who you are. But you can't change definitions and lie to yourself to do it. This whole idea of accepting everything the way it is and loving everything the way it is without anything ever needing to change is not accurate. The most loving thing you can do for yourself isn't to lie to yourself, and it's not to change definitions. The most loving thing you can do for yourself is to tell yourself the truth, admit to it whether you like it or not, and then build up the confidence to make a change by actually taking the actions behind it. Because like a lot of these people that want to change definitions and stuff, I feel like it comes from not feeling like they can do something about it. It comes from like a place of powerlessness. I watched some more of that body positivity video, and I felt like they were saying like, oh, I've tried so many times to lose weight and I can't, so I'm not going to be quiet. I promise you they were just doing something wrong, and with more education, the mind can literally overcome any challenge. Like, it's my belief that if you set your mind to something, that you can accomplish it no matter what situation you're in, and sometimes it's going to require more troubleshooting, more strategy, more... So I just think if you allowed yourself to believe that you could change something, then you'll actually be willing to take the actions of doing it. And then you literally build up confidence behind things by doing them consistently. I also thought about that while I was filming some videos in the gym where I was like, now that I filmed a few videos in the gym, at first I was like a little self-conscious with my camera in there, but I filmed a few clips because I just want to make a good video. You know, then you guys saw me put on the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. I'm like, then I won't be bothering people with my camera. I won't have to feel self-conscious setting it out and whatever and recording me. But I didn't like how the footage looked, and I was like, that's not going to be the best video possible. Then a couple more workouts came as I started filming more with this camera that's more obvious, but it does lead to the better video. I got so much more filming done today because I was so much more confident to be able to do it while still trying to like be respectful of everybody. And so I just built up the confidence of doing things by doing it. Anyway, that's all for today. Just believe you can make a change. Don't change definitions. Admit to the truth and be confident in your actions. I just randomly remembered a quote that I heard like 10 years ago that I'm gonna leave it at before I see you tomorrow. Don't let your emotions control your actions, but rather let your actions control your emotions. God, let's go, because your actions take more thought than your emotions do. All right, that's enough. See you tomorrow. All right, we have a max speed run again. I just don't think I ate enough yesterday, so like, I'm not really in the mood for this, but I'm also like not upset about it because it's just a habit now. At this stage of the daily habit, I'm just surprised at how not sore I feel pretty much every day. I feel fine. I can tell that I got a good workout because my muscles just feel like slightly weak, but like good. No like true soreness anymore. Because my performance is not there today. I'm not even done yet. I'm supposed to be jogging. So I'm exhausted. I'm trying to push my body all out. And my mind is like, bro, you're slow today. That's all right. I've realized with consistency, there's just good and bad days like this. And each day doesn't have to mean a lot. Like Nike says, just do it. And then, I don't know, do it again next week and you'll be better. Happy Sunday. I'm just trying to like do this run without looking at my watch. I'm just enjoying the day. Today I woke up with so much motivation. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I wasn't like excited for the run, but I wasn't dreading it either. And honestly, doing the longest run on Sundays is actually makes Sunday the most rewarding day. Sunday's the day that makes me feel the most proud of myself because it's the easiest one to be lazy on. I just ran my first sub 10-minute mile during a long run while recording this video. Anyway, consider this like a medium term body update. That is way better than when I started. I can kind of see like a little bit of ab outline there. So as you guys saw, I obviously started off running and I was just going a little bit slow, but I was just trying to get through it because I feel like the past 2 or 3 Sundays, I just was not able to finish a 10K and I was like, dang, that kind of sucks. Like it just feels dumb. So I'm running, I'm about 2.5 miles in, getting close to the halfway mark. And I'm looking at the clock after 2.5 miles and being like, after 2.5 miles, I was like, this is pretty easy. I could go faster. And then I was already there. So I was like, I wonder what my fastest time is for the 10K since I started doing these. So then mid-run, I go on Strava and I look for my fastest 10K time. And I made up my mind right then and there that I was gonna beat my 10K time. And I was gonna run the fastest 10K I had done yet because I thought to myself, I was like, remember on Wednesdays when I told you I was doing an easy Wednesday run and then it just makes me feel like I'm not making any progress, so I changed it to just a 100% 1 mile run. I thought about that. I was like, I feel like I almost forgot how to push myself on a 10K run. And I keep seeing my weights in the gym go up, but I'm not getting any faster, and it's starting to feel frustrating because at this point, I'm either doing something wrong or I'm not putting in enough effort. And if I'm doing something wrong, I was gonna say maybe I'm dumb in something or maybe I'm not educated in something. But what I can control is how much effort I put in. So then I just sent it. I said, let's figure it out if it's my effort or if it's my knowledge. I was pushing so hard that towards the end of the run, I remembered that I could like control my breathing. Because I live around some hills, man, and they could just get brutal. And I was just struggling for breath. So then I started I was again, like the big bad wolf. I was like, and I was just trying to like over inhale oxygen and I felt so much better. I felt like I could push so hard. And that's something I haven't done since, I didn't even know, like, I want to say like it's been years since I pushed myself this hard in running. But the fact that I put in so much effort that I came up with a solution on the fly made it awesome. And then also I'm wearing the nose strip thing again. Hear me out, while it might not make a difference scientifically, I will say the one thing that it really helped out with is when I was trying to purposely breathe as much air as I possibly could, having my nose just a little bit wider felt so much better because it took just a little bit of the mental strain off of breathing. that like emotional, like mental relief of effort that it allowed me to have so I could focus on something else was way worth the price. I mean, they did send them to me for free, so maybe, I'm not trying to overhype it, you don't need it, but it was helpful today. More than anything, it felt nice to have. I almost want to say it's like when I take my shirt off when I run. For some reason, taking my shirt off when I run just makes me feel like I run faster, and I think it's just because it just connects you to a different part of yourself, and then you just feel emotionally excited. So then I run harder. At least that's how it works for me as a man. As a woman, probably not a great idea. I haven't even looked at my time yet. I just know that I beat it. Imagine I said all of these things and I haven't, and I actually just ran slower than I did previously. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. I'll throw a screenshot up. Quick morning update. I woke up with a new low weight, 214.3. My waist is just a little bit smaller, and dude, my legs, yeah, they're a little sore. They're a little sore for sure, but they're way less sore than I thought they would be. Don't get me wrong, couldn't squat anything right now. All right, boys, we got a late workout today because I sat down at the editor and I said, I'm not gonna leave the editing room until this next video is ready to be published. And that's the video talking about my breakup with my toxic ex. No, this might actually be the worst possible time to work out. I just got here, it feels like a fraternity. There's people everywhere. I can't believe there's this many people working out at 8 p.m. I just did my first set. I'm not gonna be done till 9. Oh, bro, get me out of there. It was an absolute mess. I just can't believe how many people are actually working out at 8 p.m. I was curious how today's workout was gonna go because I think that I haven't had enough protein the past couple of days and I've been looking really lean. Today I weighed in at a new low and my waist was leaner, the leanest yet. But my back was stronger on every pulling exercise, including, you know, any like pull downs, whatever. And my bicep curls were up. Just, I mean, look at the guns. You know what I'm saying? God. I mean, did somebody call the gun show? Huh? That's not too bad. All of my pushing movements, like dumbbell presses, military press, was way dramatically down. No, I'm at Target with Mackenzie and I saw a ruffle scrunchie. Please, not the ruffles. I haven't had ruffles in weeks now. I'm dying over here. Straight up, I can tell that I have so much more muscle than I did at the beginning of this challenge. I can see it like in my lats. This feels awesome. I still have a ways to go on my stomach, and I'm not nearly as fat as I used to be now. I'm about to have the worst run ever. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. It's 85 degrees outside. I waited until 4 p.m. now to go on my run because I just had to finish that last edit for the newest upload, and I was just determined. I was like, I need to upload. So I didn't go on my run this morning. I sat down. I was like, this will only take an hour. It took 7. I'm gonna give this my best shot in this heat. On the bright side, I'm starting to feel just confident in general, so I'm just starting the day without my shirt, which is kind of nice. I would have been really embarrassed to do that earlier. My heart rate is through the roof. It's over 170. My max heart rate is like 186 or something. My legs are fine, my mental is fine, but it's so hot. I'm not done yet. 7 minutes off. I'm feeling like a tightness in my chest. I like can't breathe. I just could not get enough oxygen in my lungs. Now for this heat, I feel like I'm gonna pass out. When I stand up, I get lightheaded. I don't mean to be a baby, so I'm gonna keep going. Mackenzie and I walked into Costco and I just knew that they had the mega bag of Ruffles. I'm walking by it just to test my resolve. I haven't had these in so long. We're staying away from these. They're like bigger than me. They're massive. I just wanted to share this with you guys because I was finally able to use my muscles for good for the first time since starting to record this video. When my dogs brought a bunny inside of the house and I captured and released it. I've done it! The house is saved! Guys, I am so concerned for my gains. I just feel like I haven't been having enough protein. Yesterday when Mackenzie and I went to Costco, I'm trying the new Kirkland. It's probably not new. Kirkland whey protein. This is the other brand that I used to have and I really liked it. It was really good because also it's like a whey casein blend. So you get some whey protein to just quickly absorb in your system, and then you have casein that stays in your system for a while, but that's $70 for that tub. Now I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I gotta save money everywhere that I can right now in life. This has 70 servings for $55. What a deal. Anyway, I know as a fact I'm gonna be hitting my protein every day with that. I did the math. This is like 75 cents a scoop or something. I put 2 scoops in here. I'm about to eat $1.50 of protein.
Also, I'm randomly down 3.5 pounds today. Wait, don't know what's up with that. Yesterday I weighed 214.6 pounds, and this morning 211.1. So I don't know why I'm down 3.5 pounds today, but
there's been so much growth on this channel. I've been so busy just trying to make sure that I'm on top of it, responding to all the comments, making sure there's new content coming out. At this point, it's 8:30 p.m. I'm gonna get to the gym at like 9:45 and hit a leg day, and I'm pretty sure it's the forbidden squats day. And my legs are, I think they're a little bit sore from yesterday, and I just did an hour walk with Mackenzie, man. Woo! But I was telling her, she was like, Chris, I feel like the past week you have been just locked in, because she's like, do you have any thoughts about anything? And I'm like, yeah, I've just been so concentrated on everything happening with like accomplishing my life goals, I guess. Today is the closest I've gotten to missing a workout, because it's so late. I'm like, dang, am I really gonna go right now? But it's actually not even a question in my mind. It's like who I am at this point. I am worker outer daily. So hopefully I can just go crank this out, come back, and then I'm chilling. Dude, my knees, I feel like a grandpa right now, like a total unk. They feel like they should be falling off. I'm just gonna send it one time for the one time. The nice thing about working out every day is that I only do 2 sets of squats. So like, I might as well just murder myself on the second set, you know what I'm saying? Figuratively speaking. YouTube, please don't ban me, that's just a figure of speech. No, fuck me. Oh, God, no, bad decision. I just got lightheaded. One more. Can I do another one? Jesus Christ. One more. Fuck. All right, squats are still up. Oh God, I'm gonna die. Thank God that's over. I don't even want to complain about leg day anymore, or else I'm gonna dread it. I'm 20 pounds up for the same amount of reps. I'm switching to my run today. I know it should be an all-out 100% mile, but I haven't taken her with me in so long. I used to take her on runs with me before filming this video, and she's got so much energy all day, I gotta take her out. I'm trying to run at fettuccine's pace, but dude, she's just so fast. She's running like an 8:30 mile right now.
hey, good morning. I think it's like day 40 now. I keep dropping weight pretty much every day. Today I'm technically up from yesterday, but I can tell that I'm leaner. The previous 2 weeks, Mackenzie's been making this slow cooked chicken for me so that I have like a little bit of variety in my chicken. This past week, Monday through Friday, she has not done it. She's been busy, but the whole week I thought she was gonna do it. So I've just been like starving all week, which is partially why I've been dropping weight so much this week. Yesterday I had enough. I said, this is too far. I said, Mackenzie, I'm withering away. I'm going to become a shrimp. Editing Christopher hopping in here. I forgot to mention that I'm talking about this because I decided to learn how to cook the recipe myself so that I wouldn't have to wait for my fiance to do it. And also, I don't want this next clip you're about to see to be confusing. What I was also trying to say is that as long as I have like these food recipes available to me, I eat them whenever I want and I'm not hungry. The only reason I was hungry this previous week is just because I thought there was going to be a meal available for like dinner that just was not available. I swear to God, with this little diet that I've been having, I'll just get hungry at my normal times and I'll eat and I get full. Like it's full, but it's like a healthy full, so it doesn't like make you feel sluggish. And I genuinely have not been hungry, like starving myself throughout this challenge once.
Guys, I am so excited for today's workout. You guys know I love my energy drinks. I've been trying not to overdo it, but Kirkland just dropped these, the Costco brand. It's pretty much just like a Celsius replica, and they're only 75 cents a can. Okay, I got 225 on here, so let's just send it. I got the elbow sleeves on this time because I feel like they just help me get my joints warm. Yes, I've been feeling like my joints are not warm enough when I'm doing this stuff, which last week I did it for 7. I just did 215. It feels really rough, but I got a full send this set, so hopefully we can have yet another PR for the boys. Also, I felt bad live streaming. I felt bad recording my workouts and I'm still trying to keep it private, right? But the guy right next to me, just behind the camera, he's been live streaming his workouts on TikTok the past 2 times I'm in here. Okay, that is the first significant decrease in performance we've had. Gosh, I gotta make sure I eat. I keep waking up at new leaner lows though, but man, I gotta make sure I keep eating. I really can't understate how much more confident I feel in everyday life just by the fact that I'm working out consistently. Anyway, last week I did a 25. I just did it as my warm-up set. It was the easiest thing ever, so let's throw on the 45 as an experiment and see what I can do. I feel like once you have a 45 on, that's when you're a man, or becoming one at least. All right, here we go. We take it 7. Lightweight, baby. So last night, Mackenzie's friend flew in and we picked her up from the airport. I fell asleep at 2:40 a.m. and now I'm quite literally running off 6 hours of sleep. But honestly, I ate so good yesterday, I feel fine. Guys, I love working out every day. I feel like if I didn't work out every day, I'd have an identity crisis at this point. Like, it's actually reshaped, I feel like, how I view myself to be so much more confident and positive every day. Working out doesn't have to be so hard. I mean, this speed run is a 25-minute run, basically, and I'm taking walking breaks in between the sprinting sessions. I'm enjoying today. I feel so much more confident every day. I think that's the thing. If this was an addiction, this is like the restructuring of identity part, because I just feel so good every day. And if I didn't work out today or any other day, I think I just would feel fat and lazy or just not as proud of myself as I am right now. I'm trying to be smart about pushing myself without overdoing it. That it's been really nice. I didn't get to show you guys yesterday, I forgot, but it was the first time I had a non-chicken meal. It's Mackenzie's birthday today. Last night we did it like a pre-birthday dinner, so had some carne asada. We're going to another dinner tonight. I probably won't have enough time today to finish this 10K run anyway, because yeah, I gotta celebrate my fiance's birthday. Guys, I'm at a PR pace right now. I just hit halfway. All of my miles have been under 10 minutes. I just gotta keep it up for the second half. Call me crazy, but I think the second half is easier than the first, because I mentally know that I'm more than halfway done. I don't know why it's so windy here all the time. I think the hardest part about working out every day is getting started the first 2 weeks, because now the thought of quitting makes me feel like it's wrong. Got about 2 miles left. I got a runner's high. It feels so good. I push so hard. And it's getting like Phoenix hot right now. When I used to run in Phoenix, one of the worst parts is your heart just can't keep up with the heat. It's happening right now. This is the hardest half mile. And that's good. That's where I want to be in terms of effort. I did it. I can't breathe. At the very end, I had a third of a mile left to do my 10K in under 1 hour, like 7 minutes or faster than last week. I just sprinted it. I can't even open my eyes. That was so hard. Guys, I ran so fast, I tore my shoe. Guys, that was just like the perfect combination of things to have just the best run possible. I mean, I could not have asked for a better run today. Yesterday, I ate up. I think partially what happened is that the past couple of weeks I've been messing with my running routine just to find something that I like and I enjoy doing week to week. And today my body finished like adjusting to that. Do I have a sunburn? Oh my God, I have a sunburn. I could tell I was gonna have a good run today when that first mile was 9 minutes, 59 seconds. I said, wait a second, I feel good. But I've had the trouble before where I run my first warm-up mile faster than some of my other miles just because I felt good during the warm-up and then I pay for it later. No. Today I just started off easy. I found out like what my good pace was. And then I said, I'm just going to try to get faster every mile. And that's when I know I'm like, just pace myself perfectly from the start. if the second half of my run is faster than the first half, then I know I'm crushing it. Just like a silly confidence thing that I see developing is you couldn't have caught me wearing this thing out in public 40 days ago. But today, man, I couldn't care less. It's just mind-blowing to me how much exercising can really just shape your self-image to just be so much more confident, and so you feel so much better about yourself, which is awesome.
Hey everyone, it's her birthday!
We just went to like the nicest sushi place in Austin, Texas. I'm not trying to exaggerate right now. I am so hungry still. It was one of those places where they give you just one bite of food and charge you $20 a plate for no reason. Boys, I just finished an 11 p.m. protein shake. I'm still hungry. I don't know what's up today. I guess I did run a 10K, but I'm also hitting unk status right now because my knees, oh Lord, if I do that, I just feel just pain right there. It's not good. Jeez, you can tell these knees were made in the 1900s. I just had incline presses 90 for 8. I think my chest is just down overall. Something about, I think I'm at the point where eating less is genuinely affecting my ability to lift heavy weights. I just want the drop of this song to hit. I'm on shuffle. I've never heard this song, but it sounds really angry, so that's awesome. 6 is my goal. 7. Oh God. One more. Not in my dreams. Alright, 7's good. Honestly, maybe I'm not as down as I thought I was. You know, something I haven't touched on in a little bit is my cravings for bad food recently. Yesterday was the first time I had non-chicken, broccoli, eggs, potato combo. And I want to say that the week before this, man, I've just been starting to think about Ruffles and popcorn just all day. Well, not all day, that's an exaggeration. Probably like a few times a day I think about the Ruffles and the popcorn and like what I want to be eating. Oh my God, I'm just so tempted to have something other than what I've been eating. And yesterday wasn't even a full break from it because, as I told you, the places we went to were fancy, and all of the rolls are not like just the big filling rolls. They're just like the flavor. They're the overly fancy specialty rolls that aren't very filling. So I have just one single roll. Yesterday, dude, I might have ate something different than I was supposed to, but it's because I had 5 sushi rolls. As a 210 pound man, 5 sushi rolls? Sometimes I tell Mackenzie, I feel like I'm withering away. I'm withering away. I'm becoming a little shrimp when I just eat only 5 sushi rolls. What do you mean? So it wasn't like a satisfying cheat day. And now Mackenzie has placed a new challenge in front of me. For some reason today, she feels like eating like garbage. So you know what she's doing? She asked me to pick her up P. Terry's. If you're not familiar with P. Terry's, maybe you're familiar with In-N-Out. It's the In-N-Out of Texas, basically. I love this place. I'm not gonna eat it though. At this point, I think I haven't caved just because I want this video to do as well as it possibly can. If I eat something like high calorie or things that don't help me recover and don't give me like incredible results, there's the possibility that the video doesn't do as well as it could, and that would suck. So I'm gonna sacrifice my cravings continuously just because I wanna make the best video possible. Because honestly, something that this has done for me, man, I feel so much more confident in everyday life just because I am working out every day. And I wish everybody could experience this level of confidence. So I better get the best results I possibly can, because when I make that thumbnail, it better be a sick, incredible body transformation so that people are actually interested in watching it. And for the record, I am aware that I need a haircut. I'll do a cheeseburger with no tomato. I think that's it. P. Terry's, I just got Mackenzie the cheeseburger she wanted for $3.95. Are you serious? I remember when McDonald's used to be that cheap. P. Terry's is goated. Have you guys been seeing like the McDonald's, all the CEOs of burger places eating their food? P. Terry's did that. What a dog. Hey, what do you want to eat for your birthday? Mackenzie humbly requested to have a pizza night. I am starting off with my chicken, but I may have a couple of slices because we decided to have one
pizza night. Good thing I ate my chicken last night because I ate so much pizza I could have exploded.
Dude, my stomach just got wrecked by that pizza last night. I just have not been feeling good today. Well, let's get this tempo run done. It's 20 minutes of just hard running. Because I pushed myself so hard, I loved it. I think ever since I got my running routine figured out, I'm improving. The hard thing about tempo runs is that you're supposed to work on your lactate threshold. So the thing that makes your legs burn. So it's just 20 minutes of mental toughness, getting your legs to burn and then staying there for 20 minutes. It's literally just a mental toughness exercise. Oh, that's another day of exercise complete.
I don't know if you noticed, but today I finally just felt so confident in myself that I took off from the house without a shirt. That way I didn't need to feel like I need to hide myself. That's positive progress. That's what we like to see. Honestly, I think the emotional benefits of exercise outweigh the physical ones. Physical ones, yeah, are awesome. How you feel is just great. Also, I was watching this video that was talking about all the different medications that doctors prescribe and all that stuff, and pretty much how the big pharma industry is basically just corrupt because they want to treat your symptoms, not your causes, put you on medications, and then keep you as a patient to make as much money as possible. In that video, they were talking about how antidepressants cause some people to be insanely violent, and pretty much they just pass these drugs through the FDA, give them to people, and then when there's enough side effects and bad things happen, they recall it, stop selling it, and then sell the new one. And you think there's a whole bunch of research that goes into these medications that they prescribe people. With all the research that they've done on these different chemicals, you know what is the one thing that has consistently beat out every single antidepressant drug ever made? Every SSRI or whatever it is, everything that could make you possibly feel better about yourself. There's one thing that has beaten all of them when it comes to help people beat depression, and it's exercise. It's 120 minutes of exercise a week is the #1 antidote to any type of life stress or depression. But they won't tell you that because that's not profitable to tell the masses. That's why you have me. It's been a few hours and I'm still thinking about what I told you guys earlier about exercising versus the prescriptions the doctors put you on. I gotta make something very, very clear. I am not a doctor, so don't take anything I say as medical advice. But now I can tell you the other thing that I was thinking. If you're not used to exercising, 120 minutes a week sounds like a lot. And it kind of is, especially when I was thinking about the times that I was being lazy and just not exercising a lot. 120 minutes a week sounds like a massive commitment. It's 30 minutes a day with one rest day. And that's when you start thinking to yourself, man, do I even have enough time in the week to make this a possibility to do that every single day or whatever? And that's when I realized, I literally had a shower thought, that at least for me, exercising every single day has made me spend less time on my phone. I have spent so much less time scrolling. I am so much more productive during my work days. I just have insane amounts of concentration. I'm not scattering it everywhere. And I think it's because of the mental health benefits that comes from exercising consistently. And the fact that I make space for that, the most logical place to put that in is reducing screen time in order to have more exercise time in my daily life. So essentially the gist of what I'm trying to say is that somewhere you can find 120 minutes. If you really care about it, you'll be able to find 120 minutes. Replacing essentially easy dopamine hits for something that is good for your long-term health and benefits. And at least in my case, I've ended up enjoying this so much that I didn't even realize how much less time I'm spending on my phone simply because of the fact that I'm have had a full-on identity shift of the fact that I love doing this. This is part of who I am now. And I can't even imagine myself saying that I want to reduce the amount of time I've spent exercising just so I can have more screen time. That feels like a violation against the person that I want to be in the life that I want to live. I think that's a good sign. You obviously don't have to be as extreme as I am working out every single day, but I do think if you can find a way to squeeze in 120 minutes a week, you might just end up loving it. And if you end up loving it, you'll want to do it. And then it won't be a pain or a hassle. If there's any takeaway that I've had from all of this, is that finding a system that you enjoy doing in the process of every single day is more important than what you're doing, because if you actually enjoy the process of it, then you'll be consistent with it. If you told me I had to do some stupid exercise that I wouldn't even enjoy doing, like water polo or something, no offense to all the water polo players if there are any, then I probably would have quit on day one and said I'm absolutely not going to do this. But the fact that I'm enjoying my exercise routine is what helps me stick with it. So feel free to be adventurous. You don't have to weightlift if you don't enjoy it. I know a lot of the girls don't like it. You don't have to run if you don't like it, but I would recommend it. There was a period in my life where I absolutely hated running. Actually, for me, I've hated running probably for about 10 years of my life. From the time that I quit soccer to when I started running consistently about 2 years ago. Didn't step on the treadmill, didn't step on the Stairmaster, nothing. You couldn't catch me doing cardio. I would have been in the grave in the coffin before you caught me doing cardio. But eventually, for one of my videos on my plunger channel, I decided in the very beginning I was going to ride a bicycle from Los Angeles to Las Vegas. It was a 300-mile bike ride, which was ridiculous. I was on the side of the freeways going off. That's when I first started doing some cardio, and I enjoyed bicycling. There are other forms of cardio that you could enjoy that are not running. But I am convinced that some type of resistance training for muscle growth and some type of cardio training for heart health is like the ideal optimal combo for life, happiness, and health. So I just did a 35-minute meditation instead of being on my phone. Something weird happens when I meditate, and it's that I just don't need as much sleep as I would normally when I am not meditating. I learned that essentially when you're meditating, your brain goes into a low-level sleep state, and you're essentially putting your brain into a recovery state while you're still awake. And supposedly, there's actually slightly different processes that your physical body uses, the rest of your body, not your brain, to recover, that are active in the other parts of your day, to the point that your body actually doesn't need those additional hours of sleep that your brain does. So in theory, instead of me getting 8 hours of sleep every night, even if I'm getting about 6.5 hours of sleep every night, my brain is still fully recovered, and my physical body and the muscles and everything else is also still fully recovered. Isn't that kind of crazy? Anyway, I just thought that was kind of cool because I was concerned that they would interfere with each other because I just don't need as much sleep when I meditate. Listen, in my defense, I've gone like 45 days only eating chicken. I love popcorn. I'm so excited. It is a refill bucket, so I got the refill on the way out. This is why I gained weight to begin with. When food tastes good, I get so excited. I go, woohoo! And then I just overeat my brain away. I turned the recording on, and as soon as Mackenzie heard the beep, she stopped ordering.
I didn't order anything. I can be fat for 2 days of the year. March 29th and March 30th.
Yep.
My birthday.
Yes.
We gotta lock in. I'm going wedding dress shopping on Saturday.
That's true.
This is the final meal.
This is the final.
If I were on the death row, I would order Taco Bell. What would your final meal be?
The last taste I want to have in my mouth before I die is just the salty, the seasoned side of a ruffle, of a cheddar ruffle.
The most seasoned
so
ruffle.
Seasoned. Guys, I have to apologize too for forgetting my microphone. That's why I stopped driving. But I can't believe how much I ate yesterday the past 3 days. It's okay because I've been so disciplined for 45 days and you can't like get food guilt, but I definitely am excited to get back on it because I want this video to be as good as it can be. So I got all the junk food out of my system and I'm ready to walk back in. We have a leg day today, like a deadlifting day. I've noticed that my legs just aren't as sore as they used to be anymore when it's time for leg day. Also, I want to thank you guys. My videos have been doing really well this month. I've gotten some Instagram DMs of people that are appreciating the videos, and I just want to thank you guys right back. I just did 275 for 2, and then 225, and I almost passed out. I'm like, I don't think today's the day. Guys, I just had the worst workout since I started doing this whole challenge. I'm still really glad I did it, but you know what happened? I just ate terrible the past 3 days. Every single exercise I did for like my core muscle groups, like glutes, hams, quads, they were all down by like at least 3 reps and like 20 pounds each. I could only do 1 set of each as well. However, on the bright side, the one thing that did go up was like my stabilizer exercises. Like my calves went up, and so did my ab exercises. So I'm just thinking I need to eat right. We'll try again next week. Also, I feel kind of like weak and depleted from just eating junk. And you know what's one thing I noticed about eating junk? When I used to eat junk food consistently, I used to love it, and it would feel like just so dopamine hitting. It was awesome. But yesterday I had that popcorn, and don't get me wrong, I loved it. But it didn't hit with the same
peak level. When I had that pizza, I was like, it's good, but is it worth it? Had the popcorn, it's good, but is it worth it? I think that's the point I'm at. So I think once I'm done cutting down weight and I'm done eating just like chicken, broccoli, and potatoes every day, I don't really think I'm gonna fall into the trap of unhealthy foods again. Yeah, I'll have some more variety, but I just feel so good every single day that having one cheat meal now feels like a waste. And it feels like a waste because it could be the beginning of a habit, and I don't want to begin a bad food habit. So like the opportunity cost isn't worth it there for me anymore. I might have told you guys in this video, my favorite quote of all time is, how you do one thing is how you do everything. If every day you're excellent at the little things, take care of the little things, clean your room, make your bed, eat correctly, you start to do well and put in effort into doing well in all things. And I just know that one cheat meal or like 3 cheat meal days, I guess, isn't the end of the world in the long run, but it opens the door for a new habit that I don't want to open. Because feeling healthy just feels so good, man. It's not even worth it doing the other crap. Consider this a step in the right direction again. You guys, I got up at 5 a.m. to take Mackenzie to the airport. It has not been. I'm fine. Let's just crank out this 1 miler today. I have someone do random tasks. I gotta clean the house. I gotta just do stuff today. Thank God it's like my easiest day. Well, after 3 days of eating garbage, I woke up this morning and I weighed exactly 210 pounds, and my waist was the leanest that it's been so far since starting this whole thing. And it instantly made me feel way better about the fact that I spent those 3 days enjoying life and get closer to my like ideal body without having to starve myself a couple of days later. I bring this up because I think in the past, I've had a very unhealthy relationship to weight loss. Very unhealthy might be an exaggeration, but I used to just tell myself that it was okay to be hungry, that it was like okay practically to like undereat, and I would still like eat most of the same things that I did every day without changing too much of my diet. I would just try to eat less and maybe eat less often. And I would remember just being so hungry pretty much all the time, to a point where like I feel weak and I can't concentrate, I can't lift heavy in the gym anymore, everything's going back. But I really wanted to be lean and be able to like see my abs. So I would just make myself suffer and keep on doing this. And it used to work, and I would get myself lean. Obviously, I wasn't able to keep it because then immediately I would be so weak in the gym, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna eat up a little bit and try to stay lean so I can get strong in the gym again. And every time I would just gain all the weight back over the course of the next few months. So yeah, essentially I would do the yo-yo dieting. And I think you can still see traces of me having like an unhealthy relationship to weight loss in the video I did on fasting. Because actually that one was a really educational video, because now I view hunger differently. In the past, I used to tell myself it's okay to be hungry when I was starving. But when you're fasting, after day 3, you're just not hungry at all. Your body just like literally stops telling your brain to be hungry, and you're doing way better. And you're not starving anymore. But in the past, I felt like I was just starving. Well, now we fast forward to today's world, an experiment that I'm doing with myself, and I'm realizing I'm changing my relationship to weight loss. Because I feel like I've conquered hunger in a way after the 7 days of fasting, which I still want to do more fasts in my life. It was an awesome experience. But now I'm realizing that weight loss is more about food choice rather than eating less. At least that's what's happening to me. And the reason I bring this up is because yesterday, I accidentally only had 2 meals because I just was not hungry at all. I woke up and I had eggs and potatoes. I grabbed my 2 potatoes, my 2 white potatoes. It's like 500 grams of potatoes. I threw them in the microwave. Click the potato button. Did you guys know there's a potato button? I learned that as well. No, I'm not crazy. Most of us haven't used it in our lives. As soon as you see it, you're like, oh yeah, that has been there the whole time. But you forget about it because no one ever uses it. And then yesterday, Mackenzie's gone, so she ordered me a rotisserie chicken from Costco because I was running low on groceries. So you know what I had? Rotisserie chicken, just the rotisserie chicken, which tasted incredible. And I had broccoli. And that's what I ate around 4 p.m. And when I tell you I was so full, I mean that I just was beyond full after that Costco meal and my earlier eggs with potatoes. And I didn't think about food again the rest of the day. The last time that I thought about food is when I got into bed at 2 a.m. last night. And I was like, I'm a little bit hungry, but I know I'm gonna be okay. And I don't wanna brush my teeth again if I go eat a protein shake. So I just slept it off. I said, I'll be fine, I'm just gonna sleep. Because even after only having 2 meals, I was just a little bit hungry. And I only thought about it, I think, habitually, rather than being like fully hungry. And it made me realize that weight loss is really more about food choice than doing anything else. I haven't been hungry. I stuffed my face with rotisserie chicken and broccoli, and I feel great. And when I eat the broccoli, for some reason that food is so filling, I feel like I could explode. I eat until I'm like over full, painfully. But you know what the problem is? Boredom. It is the most boring diet I think anyone could possibly be having. I'd rather be lean and happy with how my body looks and know that I'm not fat anymore, not as fat as I used to be. I can kind of start to see abs here now. And it's just because I'm willing to be bored eating. And I don't think there's enough people that are willing to be bored in life to get to their goals, to do what they really want to do, or like accomplish whatever results they really want to have in life. I think like just as humans, we are so scared of being bored all the time that we don't allow ourselves to reap the benefits of boredom. Boredom in today's world of being like bombarded with stimulation from every direction is completely underrated. If you just literally pick the foods that are the most filling scientifically, I'm sure you can do some research to just look up most satiating foods in order, and just eat those foods from like top to bottom, weight loss has become absolutely effortless for me. My relationship to weight loss has changed, and it makes me feel like it's way easier than I ever thought. I don't even care that it's boring, because the results that I'm getting from it have been so awesome and so beneficial for my self-image that it's so worth it. Embrace the boredom, change your life. That's the quote of the day. I made that one up. Either that or Shakespeare said it too. That was 2 sets of doing that for 8, which is way better than last week. Last week I did that weight for 6 reps once. Worst thing just happened, I finished that set and my screen broke. You see that green line? Dude, I can't, oh, it does kind of work a little bit. Just have to go off memory for the rest of the workout. Anyway, let's try 225. I'm pretty sure I keep going down. I think last time I did this for 4, but I feel strong today. Dude, I could have maybe gone for one more, but I needed a spot for sure. Guys, I'm genuinely surprised at how good my workout was and how strong I felt, considering the fact that I only ate twice yesterday and my phone broke. The hard part is that I track my entire workouts and my weights and see how I'm doing within my app. Dude, so I just had to raw dog it and hope for the best. I don't really use my phone during workouts anyway, so that was just kind of inconvenient in every way. Guys, I didn't even realize that I passed the 45-day mark. I think it's day 48, 49 or something. It's just another day, another speed run. I actually like this day. It's really fast. It's not quite a rest day because it ends up being hard, but sprinting is mentally easier than the long run days. It's raining and it's windy. I'm gonna be soaked. I don't even need a hat. There's no sun out. Oh my God. I only have one 4-minute sprint left, so I might as well just finish it. But the rain is coming down sideways. You guys, oh my God, I need shelter. This is terrible. My socks are soggy, and the wind is going this way. I'm running face forward into all this. Rain or shine, we exercise every day. Oh God, there's puddles in the road now. Look at that. It's getting intense. I'm so soaky and wet right now. You guys, I'm soaked. Holy crap, are you kidding me? Is the back wet? Was I running too fast or is the back wet? probably super dry. You know, I used to work out in, I used to play soccer every day in Oregon, so I'm used to like exercising in the rain, which made it not terrible, like I'm used to it. But ever since I moved to Texas, it has not rained like this for me in years. You guys, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but I want to just emphasize how much more confident I feel in my everyday body. And like, yeah, I still got a little bit of chunk on me that I want to get rid of, but dude, I just feel so much better every day now. This is so worth it. Well, the bad news is that my shoes are still moist from yesterday's run. But I figured I'd just wear the same shirt again to keep on with the theme of suffering from yesterday. All right, well, no point in complaining. Time to start running. Guys, I'm 4 miles in, and I think I'm running at a lifetime PR pace. I don't even want to tell you guys yet because I don't want to psych myself out. At this point, I either have 2 blisters on each of my feet, or it's 2 rocks. Update, I'm pretty sure it's 2 rocks because it's stinging, like painful stinging. I finished. I was 100% sure that's a PR. We'll check when I get home. I'm not gonna stop running until I get home. This is a moment of truth. Was it a rock? Or is it? Is it a blister? Holy crap. It is a blister. You guys, I just ran my fastest ever 10K. I'm not the fastest person, but I think once I start crossing into miles that are under 10 minutes long, that's when I'm like, I don't feel slow anymore. I feel like, okay, this is a good solid pace. You know what I don't think is an accident when it comes to running faster? I'm still thinking about it. It's been like 2 hours since the last clip. I believe 2 or 3 weeks ago, probably just 2, I told you guys that I was tired of doing my easy day runs because it put me in the mindset of easy running and I just felt like I wasn't improving. And I feel like that was the game changer for me. Just doing my all out runs pretty much every single day and skipping that one easy day where it put me in the complacent mindset, and then I could keep on pushing. And then a couple of weeks later, I'm starting to do faster. But more than anything, I think it's mindset related. You know, at this stage of the game, you'd probably think that Chris has learned his lesson and would go to the gym earlier than 5 p.m. But truth be told, I did not. Pretty much everything went up. I think I got too excited on my incline bench press to go heavy. And honestly, dumbbells day, I have to remind myself that I'm not going for like a max bench on the day that I'm using dumbbells. Like, I'm just trying to get my stability muscles up because it was weird. I did the 95s for 10 and then the 105s I did for 4. And I promise you, it felt like my chest could have kept going, but just like, I haven't held 105 pounds in each hand and how to stabilize it yet. So I just got so shaky, I couldn't hold it. And my body said, all right, you're done. So I bet you I could have done a few more reps with the 100s, and I'll probably just have to get my ego in check again next time. I'm getting to the point where if I see people doing 3 sets of anything, I'm like, I think you're wasting your time. Unless you're like on steroids doing stuff, your body responds really well to just 100%ing a couple of sets and then calling it good. But it has to be a true 100%. Like you're on that last rep and you are mentally fighting for your life to just see if you can push it up a little bit more. And if you can't, that's how you know you did 100%. Call it good. I am actually blown away by how easy this has been. The fact that I've just been lifting, I haven't been counting my calories. I just do a couple of hard sets. I'm running faster. I'm getting stronger. You know what? The people in my life are starting to notice that I look a lot better. Mackenzie, she does see me every day, but she was like, wow. She came back from her trip and she's like, Chris, you're actually looking amazing. My mom said it. Okay, 2 very supportive women in my life, sure. But also, a couple of my guy friends have noticed as well. And I started getting random DMs the past couple of days from people saying that they're noticing a big body transformation so far. My one concern right now is my shoulders. God damn, they look good right now. What the hell? Holy crap, that's crazy. Okay, focus on the road. My shoulders, I wonder if I'm overusing them. And I need to like stop one of my military presses or side raises, because now I'm at the point with my shoulders where if I pick up like a heavy weight and I carry it and then set it down, my shoulders are like in pain, and I didn't even use my shoulders to lift anything. They just hurt. It's like a really dull, like aching, just like a big ache all over. I can't imagine that being good in the long run. By the way, for those of you that need some more social interaction in your life, I've gotten to the point where I see a lot of people consistently in the gym. I've made a couple of friends now. So just by being there consistently, you know, you get to know people. That's pretty good for your social life. We're on a mission today. We're not messing around. I got a notification last time on my last run that I came in 5th for a local competition. I'll let you guys know I don't like being 5th in anything. I don't even like being 2nd. 2nd just means you're the first loser. So right now I'm gonna go run to this location, and this man Adam Holt, who thinks he's faster than me, and objectively he is, I'm gonna try to beat his record right here. How the hell he was running at a 4-minute 31-second pace, I don't know, but it's up to me. I'm gonna give this my best shot. Here we go. Let's start our warm up. I put my Red Bull shirt on for this because they say it gives you wings. This isn't an excuse, but my legs feel so bad right now, and it's coming up in like one turn. This might be a multi-week project. I messed up so bad. I should not have done that. I should have done that on my sprinting, where I just do an all-out mile. After I did that sprint, my legs were shot. It was one of those things where my brain, it was able to push further, but my legs, they just physically couldn't move. My blisters are stinging, and my legs, they feel like glass after my PR 10K. I got the Herda? Dang, I'm 15 seconds off. That's a 15 seconds is a lot. I'm just starting my warm-up sets for legs. I gotta tell you, my legs feel like rusty gears. It's like a little rusty engine down there. It hurts every time I go down to do a squat. Oh my God. That means like I'm doing something wrong when I'm running or something. I think like literally a month ago when I was doing squats again, I did 265, and that was a tough, very hard set. I'm just gonna up it to 275 and hope for the best. I really need my angry song to kick in. 8. Oh dear God. All right. Yep, that's an improvement. Jesus Christ. Same amount of reps, 10 pounds more, and I'm the fastest I've ever been. I think you could argue that today is literally the best shape of my life. I gotta tell you guys one thing that I'm really proud about today. I restrained myself filming on the way to the gym because all I wanted to say was that it was leg day and I was not excited for it. And I told myself, like, if I'm gonna keep on doing this every day, which I genuinely love doing it every day, before coming to the gym, I was thinking to myself, if there was any day I could skip, it would be this one. However, I think that as of today and how well I just did, I maybe don't feel that way anymore, and I have to train myself to like not speak so negatively about leg day so that I actually enjoy doing it. And as a guy, I think it's so easy to ignore legs. I'm not trying to be egotistical here, but like I have good legs. I don't feel the need to like work out my legs as much as I do my upper body. Hold on, my mother's calling me. I always answer my mother. You know what I was just talking to my mom about? This is related to what I was telling you before she called. She told me that her whole life she's been deathly afraid of flying. And then she had her kids and she knew she had to fly with us because my dad lived in Mexico or whatever. So whenever she would take us to the airport, she would try to make it as fun as possible and make it seem excited and make it seem as if she herself wasn't scared of it so that me and my brother wouldn't be scared of flying. So I'm not scared of flying, neither's my brother. And my mom said, and neither is she anymore, because she tricked herself essentially into not being scared of it, which is kind of what I was telling you about leg day. I'm trying not to speak negatively about having leg day because I actually want to enjoy it, especially if I'm working out every day. I don't want to look at a day and be like, God damn, this sucks. I want to be like, oh, hell yeah, leg day. Slightly related to leg day, I've never told you guys why I started weightlifting to begin with. And what do you know? It always comes back to girls, doesn't it? I was in high school. I had my first girlfriend. I was like a sophomore in high school. I still had been playing soccer, so my legs were good. Dude, but I was so skinny up top. I'll put up a picture here if I can. Man, I just had no upper body because all I had ever done was play soccer my whole life. I'd never lifted weights before. And my first girlfriend told me after like a month of dating, she was like, yeah, when I first saw you, you were so skinny, you reminded me of Slender Man.
What did you have on your order?
Just a grilled cheese. Thank you.
Of course, you have a good day.
You too. This is for Mackenzie, not me. She wanted a grilled cheese. Dude, so she called me Slender Man. When you hear that as like a 15-year-old, 16-year-old, and you're in high school and you want to be attractive to girls, dude, that just makes you feel like garbage. And from that day on, I said, I'm gonna get strong. So I have to thank, Hannah is her name. I have to thank Hannah. Without Hannah, this video might not be possible. I wouldn't be weightlifting. Thank you, Hannah, for calling me Slender Man, because I am no longer a skinny little shrimp. As a side note, now as an adult, I think to myself that honestly, the stronger I am and the stronger I look, the less likely it is that I will ever be in like a life-threatening situation. You know, like the chances of me getting robbed or jumped or something are dramatically reduced. But you also have to be fit and be able to run, because what if you're getting chased by like a lion or tiger or something and you're just a slow piece of shit? Being physically strong, I think, helps you also be mentally strong and personality strong, because you just feel so much more confident every day. Okay, and the last thing I want to tell you before I clock off here, because apparently I'm in a very talkative mood today. I'm also just surprised at how good my results have been for how, I mean, in a way, easy it's been. Maybe not easy because I've been pushing myself, but when I get into the gym and I'm like, okay, I only have to do 2 sets of squats, it is so mentally easy to just push yourself when you don't have to do that many reps. I mean, that many sets. Your body's capable of adapting so much more than we think. Tell them, hi, my name is Fettuccine, and I like Dad's chicken. And tell them, you like, in fact, you like chicken so much that one day you stole it because you thought I wasn't at home, and you took it off the counter and you ate the entire thing. And then Dad didn't have any chicken. And that was very upsetting. Listen, I know I need a haircut, but you know what I need to do more than that? Run my mile. Oh, my butt is so sore from yesterday. I've never felt it like this before. This is crazy. Yo, that looks ridiculous. I told Mackenzie I just got 3rd on this hill for my run, and you know what she said?
I said I'd rather you be 3rd and muscular than 1st and skinny.
Nice. I am really surprised. You know, I think I always feel a bit slow because I compare myself to like my high school glory days when I was just playing soccer 6 days a week and running like crazy. But honestly, like as an adult, I just ran my fastest mile since I got Strava a few years ago. I had a bunch of really good segments, and although I don't like being 3rd, I did show up on the leaderboard for the first time. So that's kind of nice. I wasn't there before. I was too slow to even show up there before. But honestly, just being consistent has made me still set PRs and do great. And now I'm running my faster miles. I guess I had a 20-second improvement from last time. So that's awesome. That's pretty good in a week. It was a hard mile, but like I felt like I was able to breathe properly throughout all of it. So I'm proud for today. Okay, last time I did 225 for 7. So let's see what I can get today. Let's give this a shot. Downside is I forgot to eat before the gym. So I'm like super hungry. Hopefully I'm not depleted. Guys, I've literally never forgotten to eat before the gym, and today I have, and I just feel terrible. Maybe not terrible, that could be an exaggeration, but like I just feel depleted. Like well, it seems like I'm lifting more. It's just like getting tough. 8. That was a perfect 8. That was the perfect hard rep. Holy crap, I still have one more set too. My pushing movements on my chest and triceps are doing well, but my pulling movements today are just off. It's all right. They've been going up for like 3 or 4 weeks now without an off day. So I think today was the day that it hit. I've been noticing as I get leaner, it's so much easier for me to get lightheaded in the gym when I go heavy for a hard set. It's not really a good sign, but I keep getting stronger. So like, maybe that's just part of the game. 2 sets of 7, we take it. Oh my God. Guys, I'm hyped. Look at that. I'm really proud. The fact that you don't need rest days is actually kind of crazy. My shoulders are popping out like way more than they ever have. This lighting also really helps, if we're being honest. You guys, I think on Wednesday I had like the workout of the century, the leg workout of the century, because my legs are still so sore from that day. I'm walking for the past 2 days. I've been feeling like a grandpa at night. I have to use my hands to stand up. Oh, it's been terrible. We have a speed run today. No shot. It's going to be my fastest speed run. I'm just calling it right now. Go ahead, set that in there. Later. We just did a Costco haul. I have to tell you guys, I have been fighting the food demons for like 3 days. I'm craving everything. I don't have cravings. And I've just been wanting Ruffles, popcorn, it's gotten so bad. I've never craved anything sweet ever. And I'm just like, man, like a cookie sounds fire right now.
And you had a bite of a cookie.
I did.
It was a
the
sample.
Costco sample.
Yeah.
I said,
It was tiny.
that's kind of nice. It was a quarter of a cookie.
And you even gave me the rest of your tiny
I had an
bite.
eighth of a cookie. I need to go on my run, but it's just soaking wet out there. So like, I'm gonna figure out when the best time is. I'm looking at the weather. The second there's like a break in the rain, I'm just gonna send it. I've been tracking the weather hour by hour, and I found just there's a perfect like 1 hour window right now, maybe hour and a half, where it's supposed to not rain right in my location. So I'm gonna send it right now. My knees are sore as always. I'm gonna run the first mile just without looking at my pace, without looking at my clock, see how fast I'm going. Once I know kind of where my body's at today, try to improve from there. I'm actually really excited to run. I did a meditation earlier today. I just feel great. I haven't been meditating as consistently as I like to. I've been fighting food demons, but at least I'm showing up to run today. We're over halfway done and it's starting to rain. I hope it clears up, but I'm not sure. My watch just told me I'm on average pace to hit a PR. I hope so. I can't breathe. I can't breathe. It hurts so bad. The nice thing about being consistent every day is that I didn't set out trying to set a PR. I was just halfway. I got a notification I was on pace. So naturally I pushed myself. It's nice to get a 10K done in under an hour. It feels like I didn't spend too much time of my day doing it. You guys, normally after my like 10K runs, I am just like devastated for the rest of the day. I am out of the count. I have to like, I could practically just say like, I'm gonna fall asleep and wake up tomorrow so I can recover. Today I feel great. I finished my run. It was like pushed myself so hard I thought about quitting the last half mile. And like pausing and then finishing it up. I didn't. I just pushed through. Turns out I feel great afterwards. Now, yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna be sore. My knees are a little bit sore, but I feel great. Like emotionally stable. Life's awesome. My fiance's here. I'm gonna go get her sweet treat. No complaints. You guys, I am so excited to work out today. It's 10:20. My day it's felt so long because I got up at 5 a.m. I do feel like my eyes are a bit sleepy. No way, this is incredible. There's literally like nobody here. Are you kidding me? This is awesome. All right, let's give this a shot, You know, today was the first day that my body fat tracker said that I was under 10% body fat, which is kind of nice. Oh God. I did the 100s, I did 100 for 6. So let's go for more. 6, 7, come on. That's 100 for 8, baby. Not bad. Dude, I love the lighting in this section of the gym. Looks so nice. I'm so glad there's like not a lot of people, but I can definitely tell that I've gotten a lot leaner when I look at my arms and stuff. I'm not the leanest guy, but just the fact that I've made so much progress over the past not even 60 days is actually insane. Whenever my presses go up, my incline chest press goes up, the rest of my workout is just incredible. I set PRs on literally every single exercise. This is, I literally think, the best shape of my life. I'm setting PRs on my long runs. My arms, when I'm doing curls and stuff, dude, my arms are the strongest they've ever been before. That's insane to me. I was doing curls with the 50 dumbbells for 6 reps. I've never done that before. You guys want to know what I think about almost every day? I think about how I'm third in Strava on that one straightaway road where I need to like sprint to get first. Because I feel like I know that if I tried hard enough and I dedicated myself to just getting first place in that one sprint, I can do it. And I'm gonna try. At some point in here, I might need a day off of just eating the same thing every day. Because I am cutting up my rotisserie chicken right now. I'm slow cooking the other chicken that I'm gonna have later tonight. And man, I think I just need to have just a day where I have some variety. I just finished my tempo run and it was a massive PR. I want to say like 2 weeks ago, my tempo run PR was 8:30. per mile for 20 minutes. Today, man, I just kept running. My time was almost 25 seconds faster. I think it was 24 seconds total. Said my average pace for this 20-minute run was 8 minutes and 6 seconds. When I started this video, I genuinely never thought I'd get there. I didn't even think that was a possibility. Once my legs started burning, I just said, this is the whole point. Keep going, keep pushing. I forgot my nose strips today, but it would have been so useful because once my legs started hurting, I just kept telling myself, breathe good, breathe deep every step. I don't know if I've ever ran a tempo run like that before. I'm so glad I just keep showing up. You know, it doesn't take a lot of time per day. It just requires you to show up every day. I've been telling Mackenzie that I need a cheat day. We're at popcorn. We're at popcorn, we're at the movies. And she told me I've been down in the dumps because apparently I'm just low on energy. Anyway, let's get this popcorn and watch this Project Hail Mary. If you look out this window, do you notice anything different at all? That's right, it's 6 a.m. Okay, now it's 7. I got up at 6 a.m., but now it's 7:20. I just got up and I said, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this thing. Let's get after it. You guys, I'm not usually driving it this time. Why is there so much 7 a.m. traffic? It's gonna take me longer to get to the gym than to do my workout. Okay, so a couple of weeks ago I did 3:15 for 8. Anyway, I threw on 3:35. Let's see what happens. Heavy. That was a hard 8. I swear I could pass out. You know, there was a brief period in my life when I used to only run. And when I was only running, my calves would always hurt so bad. I would even stretch them out and they would still hurt so bad. But ever since I've been weightlifting, doing just a couple of sets of calves every time I do leg day, my calves don't hurt. Well, I run, really. I think I'm a big fan of the early morning workout. I was concerned that I wasn't gonna have a good workout because I wasn't gonna have like enough fuel in my system, but I had my breakfast, my 6 eggs, and my Kirkland energy drink, man, and I'm chilling. I've always felt like I could never properly combine weightlifting and running. I always felt like I had to do one or the other because if I would go into the gym, I wasn't getting strong, and I was running and like dieting down and getting lean. I wasn't getting stronger, and then that made it not fun and made me not want to go. And then if I was going to the gym, I always heard that like cardio kills your gains, which is a lie. So I was like, why would I work out and run if I'm not going to get any stronger? Bad mindset. Because now that I'm on the other side, now that I'm literally getting leaner, stronger, faster, and I have more endurance, I feel like I'm hitting all 4 points of being like a hybrid athlete. I can tell you, I feel so much better every single day. All of that to say is like I feel like when you're training as a hybrid athlete, you're really getting the best of both worlds. You take away the negatives of each one of them essentially, and you get like optimal health, and then that positively affects all other areas of your life indirectly, from small moments to big moments. And a lot of it has to do with like how I just feel every single day so much better, so much more confident. I feel more confident in myself right now. And I think just at the end of the day, this makes you feel so good about yourself that it's like, why not do it? It makes you feel so good about yourself that you then handle the rest of your life with like, you're coming at it from such a more confident perspective that you start to do everything else so much better and then get so much better results out of everything else in life. All right, we've got 1 mile as fast as I can. So that was like a 15-second improvement from last week. Getting 15 seconds per mile every week is kind of nuts. I mean, last week I think it was like over 20 seconds. Today mentally it was a lot harder to get into that run than last week, but dude, I'll take it. I mean, it feels like free progress in a way. Guys, the amount of excitement I feel to go weightlift today is just incredible. Hold on, it's ASMR time. Oh my god, just the beautiful sound of an energy drink. You know what, honestly, I think the story of the week has been? My weight has pretty much stayed the same. It has not changed I think I can pull up maybe a screenshot for you guys up here. On April 8th, I weighed about 209 pounds. It's been 10 days or 9 days or whatever, and I still weigh 209 pounds. And if you look at the graph on like the bigger term, I'm used to pretty much consistently going down every few days. But recently, that's just stopped. I'm looking in the mirror and I look thinner. And when I go to the gym, I'm weightlifting and I see veins that I've never had before. So like I can see visual progress, but the scale isn't telling me so. And also every day I measure my waist. My waist also hasn't really gotten any thinner. While at the same time, my ab workouts, I can do more reps, I can do more weight whenever I'm doing ab stuff. So like, I'm assuming that my abs are growing a little bit and that's like having some type of effect, but I don't know. I feel like I'm getting leaner, so I'm just, I'm trying not to be delusional is what I'm saying. So I'm going to keep on focused on what I'm doing, I guess. Right now, I'm realizing it's kind of crazy that I'm like 60 days into this challenge or something. I've lost track of the days, first of all. And I'm still excited to go and do this and then get home and eat the same thing. I'm actually not excited to eat the same thing every day, but I am excited to go do the weightlifting part. It's hard to be consistent at something if you don't love the process of doing it. My battery's running low, but I gotta tell you guys about my biceps when I get home. Not just looking at them, they hurt so bad. You guys, I think I messed up. I have developed serious, like, muscle pain in my forearms and biceps. Whenever I have to move anything remotely heavy, it just hurts. It's like stinging. Holding my laptop with one hand, it hurts. It's like stinging pain. Ow. Holding this camera is getting a little bit painful. Earlier I was cutting the chicken. It was hurting my forearms. I went back and I was looking at my workout routine and I realized that every week I've been doing 2 additional sets for biceps that I shouldn't have been doing compared to my triceps. And I think it's just built up over the weeks because I've probably felt this pain for the past like 10 days, but it's been very light. So I'm like, maybe it's just like a normal ache, and then I would get warm during my workout and it would go away. But today I just did a couple of sets on biceps and then I just could not do anything more than that. And now I'm feeling the effects of it, because at this point now it's like legitimate pain. And I think I just need to, like not work them out next workout or something, and hopefully just wait a couple of days, because there's no way that it should be stinging the way that it does. The weather's been crazy lately. All of a sudden today it's just cold. It's so cold outside. It is speed run and sprints day, so I'm gonna try to compete for the Strava competition. I have really bad news, everybody. I was 1 second off from placing second place. That's all right. I'm like 5 seconds faster than my previous best. So I'm just chipping away at it. I was telling Mackenzie right now that we're having a comfy cozy day, that it's nice to get my workout done because now I know I don't have to do it anymore. This whole video, I have just not really been that hungry until this week. I'm just getting massive cravings to get unhealthy food. And while it's raining outside, Mackenzie just wants comfy cozy cheat night. And I told her I was down. I felt like I need to have another day where I'm just allowing myself to eat a little bit, because my concern is that my whole life when I've dieted, I've always put the weight back on after, and I know that's extremely common for people. I want to say that it's like 80 to 90% of people that go on a diet regain the weight when they're done, and I don't want that to be the case. And one of the things that you can do to eliminate that being an issue so that you can maintain your new weight is to add calories back into your daily diet and focus on maintaining your weight. Now, I still have a couple of more pounds of fat that I want to lose and get a little bit leaner. But as I'm starting to get to the bottom range of where I want to be, I'm willing to have a few more cheat days like this to just like slow the progress of getting there, to just make sure I can maintain it. I will say that having a cheat day is probably not the smartest thing. Having a cheat meal isn't really the smartest thing. Probably the better way of going about this is to just eat a little bit more throughout every day, or having other types of healthy foods. You know, maybe instead of only having chicken, I can have, you know, some red meat, some ground beef here and there, etc., and other types of food that are more calorie heavy, that have more fats in them, etc., but are still healthy foods. Right now I'm driving a Domino's. That's just That's probably shooting yourself in the foot. You guys, I have a 10K today. I don't think I'm gonna be able to finish it right now. My legs are so sore. I'm running at a good pace right now, but it hurts. I think I've kind of topped off what my body can do, and I need to be intelligent about letting it recover by just lightening the workload a little bit. The whole time I've been doing this video, I've never just stopped mid-run. But my legs are hurting so bad. I feel like I have to. I'm just telling myself, push harder. And mentally I'm there, but my legs are not. That's all right. I had like 2 or 3 weeks of setting 10K PRs. At this point in the video, I love working out. I feel like I'm like addicted to it. It's so much fun. And I don't want to not work out. And I am on the edge of like good soreness. And if I push just a little too hard now, I could end up in injury territory. Mackenzie and I are at Costco right now. We're getting the 10 pound of potatoes right here. And I told her, I was like, well, I eat one a week.
So he eats 20 pounds of potatoes in 2 weeks. I think I would maybe eat like 1 potato in 2 weeks.
That's so crazy. It's a lot of potatoes. I'm made of potatoes at this point. Thank God it's a gym day, not a running day. I was able to incline dumbbell press the 105s today, but the hard part about increasing the amount of weights that I'm using is that by the time I'm done with my set, I'm exhausted, and the weights are just so much heavier now. I have to like waddle them back into their spot. It's nice to see progress when it comes to gaining strength, but today's just another day where I haven't lost another pound. I think my body's adjusted to my current calorie deficit. I had a couple of cheat days with Mackenzie. I'm thinking I'm just gonna let myself kind of stabilize here for like another 3 or 4 days and then cut down on another little portion of food. I have both good news and bad news. The good news is that my waist was a little bit smaller than the previous week, so I think I'm getting back on track with the weight loss. Bad news is that it's been raining all day, nonstop, and I still have to go on my run. It's 6 p.m. now. I can't delay it any further. So it looks like we're about to run in the rain. Could I go on a run at the gym on the treadmill? Sure, but what's the fun in that? You guys know who you're looking at right now. The king of the mountain, baby. Put it up. God. Come on. Come on! God! God! Say, hey, my dad is the king of the mountain. This loop that I said the king of the mountain on is actually a different one than the one I've been trying to go for. That one's still a little out of reach. I'm still 10 seconds behind on that one, but this other loop is even closer to my neighborhood. I purposely went for it, so I was slower the rest of my run, but I had to do it. I had to send it. I had to get King of the Mountain on one thing. I'm taking my dogs out on a walk right now, and I had to take them around the loop where I'm now the King of the Mountain. I'm showing them my territory. They're always trying to mark theirs. This is mine. Yeah, you guys see this? This is my territory. This is my loop. Yes, I can't do this anymore. Not even 1 day longer. I need a haircut so bad. But also, good news. So the good news to start off the day is that I woke up with the lowest weight I've had yet so far. I'm at 208.4 pounds. I hate to be that guy, but I'm getting a lot leaner. Yeah, I don't know what was up the past couple of weeks, but my body just needed to like over recover. I swear I needed to eat. I was having food cravings. I was really struggling, honestly, the past like week or two when it comes to like food related things, and it was making it really hard because I kept wanting to eat just junk foods. And I think twice now. 2 days ago I had a full Ruffles bag and my camera died, so I couldn't show you. I'm just being honest with you. So I had an entire full Ruffles bag all in one sitting. 800 calories of Ruffles just down the hatch. So I ended up over the course of those like 2 weeks having like 3 cheat days, I think was Mackenzie, that I felt like I needed. I told you my bicep and my arms were stinging, which they kind of still hurt right now while I'm doing this. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. I think part of the reason I was struggling is honestly because of the breakfast I was having, and I gotta tell you guys what happened. The past couple of weeks, see, ever since I switched to these Costco eggs, when I first started this video for my local grocery store, I was doing 6 a day, and they were big eggs. However, these Costco ones are definitely a lot cheaper, but they're a little bit smaller. Oh, by the way, I've been using Pam 0-calorie cooking spray. As I was saying, these eggs are a little bit smaller. So now instead of having 6 eggs, what I've started to do for the past 3 days, I upgraded it to 8. Now I have 8 eggs in the morning. However, I've found now that for the past few days that I've been doing this, I am not hungry at all for the first portion of the day until like late lunch. And it makes the day a lot easier just not being hungry at all throughout the day. So I found online how you're supposed to like cook these in the microwave, at least what works for me. Give it a couple stabs with the fork. No. Yeah, one last thing that I've been doing consistently again in my life to make things better for me is I've been meditating a solid 45 minutes again. And just whenever I do that, I think it really teaches your brain to handle stress a lot better. And I'm not that stressed in my daily life, but I think it's gotta help with recovery. So I just did a little bit of research to try to figure out what's going on with my personal breakfast preference. And some people swear by intermittent fasting and skipping breakfast, and that's what helps them lose weight. So here's what the research and science actually shows. It kind of just depends on the person. For a lot of people, intermittent fasting can work. However, on average, people who do intermittent fasting tend to be more hungry than the ones who don't. And so you've skipped a meal, but you might end up just overeating it later. People who have big breakfasts consistently are on average less hungry, but you are consuming more calories. So in order to keep your weight loss down, you kind of have to stick to eating less later in the day. But because you had breakfast, it tends to be easier for you to eat less later in the day. So having a big breakfast for me seems to help because then I can also down my caffeine and I don't want to be fighting hunger throughout the day. This is also a fun fact though. If you've heard the concept that breakfast is the best meal of the day, just know that that's a corporate lie. You know, the whole idea of breakfast being the most important meal of the day came by when cereals were mass produced and they needed to sell more of them. So the marketing behind it was telling people that they needed to eat it. I can't believe I'm saying this. I think I'm actually excited for leg day. I've never said that once in my life, and I don't even want to speak negatively about it because if you remember, I've been telling you I'm trying to mentally control myself to brainwash myself into enjoying leg day. Oh wow, this is awesome. You can brainwash yourself into good things or bad things. Dude, I've got absolutely no time to mess around. 0 minutes to waste in here. My haircut's immediately after, but that's what I like about 1 to 2 sets per exercise. I'm gonna get in and get out within an hour. I can tell I'm getting leaner because I have to tighten this one more loop than last time. Not pretty good. Literally in my life, I've never been this lean and this strong at the same time. So the fact that I can even do this for reps is actually kind of crazy. Oh yeah, that's heavy. One more. It's a big PR. Hey. Okay. Oh, also I turned my music up so high. I feel like I was gonna go deaf. My legs are so sore from yesterday's squats. In a good way. Oh yeah, I really feel it. Anyway, let's give this a shot. It's all 100% 1 mile run. I got my hair cut, so I'm gonna be more aerodynamic this time. I just had another PR. It's a brutal 7 minutes. I think I was 4 seconds faster. Oh man, it hurts. Guys, I did way better than I thought. I was 9 seconds faster than last week, which is crazy to be improving as quickly as I am. I am expecting myself to not make that much improvement, like seconds wise, on a 1 mile run just week over week, but it's happening. So, I mean, I have nothing to complain about. The nice thing about today's run is that I feel like I didn't really get great sleep and I had a little bit of a headache, but I was still just pushing. But more than anything, while I was running, I felt like I could keep breathing better, and I feel like my body's getting better at using the oxygen that I take in because this is editing Christopher. I haven't talked about VO2 max a lot because it's just coming from my Apple Watch, so it also can't be very accurate. But it's just a measure of how good your body is at using the oxygen that it takes in. And at this point in the challenge, the trend keeps going up. I wasn't nearly like as winded, felt like I was suffering for air while I was running compared to, especially when I first started, man, I could barely run up the hill that I do my 1 mile run on without feeling like I was suffering and dying. But now I can run up that hill and yeah, it's tiring. Yeah, I'm huffing and puffing at the end, but I'm not like starved for oxygen during the process as much anymore. Boys, I finally did it. I decided to actually take it out this time. I think I'm gonna start riding this to the gym more often. That second set was harder, but it's better. I'm seeing some weight improvement over last week, which is good. Okay, I feel like I've been stuck at this 225 weight for like, I don't know, just too long now. So gonna give it a shot, and this is gonna be my first time past 225. As long as I get 6, I would consider that like successful. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. God, let's go, dude. I feel so strong today. I don't even know why. That's incredible. So we're up 10 pounds. Oh, hell yeah. Guys, I can't even begin to tell you how motivated I feel in the gym today, especially on the day today where like I feel really strong. I'm actually a little bit concerned about doing arms here because my bicep here, especially here, it still hurts. This whole week, every time I'm picking up my laptop, grabbing anything, I can actually feel right now, it's like, and it's not like a soreness hurts. It's like something's broken, or I get really stubborn and I want to go all out all the time. And I forget to let myself rest, or maybe not forget, but just completely ignore it, which is what I'm gonna do now with this set. Holy crap, dude. I have like extra bicep veins. This is nuts. All right.
What was your name?
Chris.
Chris.
Nice to meet you. I'm in a relationship. She was really nice. Your boy's taken. Hey fiance, does it make you mad that a girl came up to me at the gym today?
Yes.
I told her I was in a relationship. Dude, I'm starting to feel so confident. I don't even want to wear a shirt inside my own home. I'm done with shirts. But it's kind of nice. It's nice to feel proud of yourself. And that was day 68 of working out consistently every day. So we still have a little bit to go to accomplish like the dream physique. And then I'll end the video, but probably just keep on going. This is where we're at. I have a little bit of a 4-pack even after eating today. So Mackenzie says she is in chicken jail because the only thing that we have in the house is chicken because of me. We finished our walk and she just said, Chris, please, can we have some beef sometime, please? And don't get me wrong, I do want to start eating other foods when I'm done with this challenge. But chicken jail, man, it just gets the job done. But I'm on my way to Domino's and she wants to eat something other than chicken today. I know I'm gonna want to have some. And to be honest, I had such a great workout today that I don't want to waste any gains through the sheer possibility that I might be possibly underfed. So I know I'm gonna have some, but that's specifically why I'm gonna have my protein shake right now so that I'm full and I can't overdo it. Man, why don't people put their blinkers on? Ah, that's it. Protein shake finished. Oh yeah, it's pizza time.
Pizza night!
Guys, I need to go to sleep, but I'm so excited to fall asleep because I just feel like I just got the best workout ever. And I don't want to waste any gains today. I'm just letting you know I'm gonna have an absolute nightmare of a run here. So we decided to take the dogs on a 4-mile walk hike thing today in downtown Austin, and it was awesome. But it is now 1:30, dead center of daylight. It's 88 degrees right now. Running outside in 90 degrees in the hot sun is one of the hardest. I better stop complaining about it and just do it. I just can't miss a workout, and I feel like I'm just gonna be proud that I did something, but like, damn. I have 2 minutes of rest left. I'm halfway done. I gotta tell you guys, this is absolutely miserable. My legs are already tired from 4 miles, and the heat is so hot that I can tell that my mind can keep pushing. I'm mentally all there, but my legs and my body and my heart are just like overheating. No, this is insane. I'm telling you, I'm getting lightheaded, I'm getting dizzy. I have 1 set left, 4 minutes. I just don't want to pass out, man. Oh my God, I need the shade. Okay, just 4 minutes left. That's done. That was one of the most difficult speed runs I've done this whole 100 days, but it's done. I knew it was gonna be terrible before I walked out that door. Feta, you comfy over there? You comfy? Hanging off the couch? Is all the blood going to your head? My new shoes came in. The old ones are so messed up. Look at this. That's completely like just messed up. It's also opening up over here. All right, here's what we got. God.
Those are sick.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I actually got 2 pairs of shoes. So these are supposed to be like the daily trainers. The ones that I'll be running with like when I'm doing my easy runs. And then the speed run ones are coming in, I guess, in a couple of days. I'm really glad I ran that today because I needed to break in my shoes a little bit before I do my long run in them tomorrow. You know that competition I keep trying to win and I'm still in 3rd place? I was looking at the segments for it. Just so you know, I am in first place for men over 200 pounds. And for men between the ages of 25 and 35. And I'm over a minute faster in the 200 pound category. Men as heavy as me don't run like that. That's all I'm saying. Also, I was thinking about this little incense holder on the run. How it says, engineered for athletes balancing the pursuit of inner peace with the drive for pace. And at first it sounds like a little like marketing gimmicky, but honestly it's kind of true. The way I was still thinking about this on the run. And I feel like running is mentally really hard. And so it trains you to just like have a lot of mental strength. It's a completely different ballgame than like, let's say weightlifting. I feel like weightlifting is really good for like your emotional health. You feel really confident, you feel strong, you feel very capable. But running, it requires discipline, it requires willpower, and all of those things that require just a lot more mental control rather than physical control. That stuff actually does create inner peace, which is why I really like running. I feel like running has more like the same amount of mental health benefits compared to physical benefits. I feel like weightlifting has emotional benefits compared to in addition to also physical strength and those benefits. I purposely woke up at 6:45 a.m. so that I could get my run in before it got hot today. The sunrise was a bit early, cloudy today. All right, well, let's get running. I'm only a mile in and I'm hitting a runner's high. I think, God, it's so much easier to hit a runner's high when you're listening to music. Right now I'm already on PR pace, but I'm a little concerned that I sent it too hard out of the gate because I felt happy, so we'll see. I'm so sweaty, dude. Oh my God. I know I said another PR. I wasn't trying to because my legs were heavy. I said I just wanted to finish. It's really humid right now. My fiance's watching TikToks over there. So I take the snow strips off. I gotta tell you guys what I really like about these. Listen, you don't have to use my affiliate code. You don't even have to get them at all. But what I like about this is that when I've been running with it, I can see it just like out of the corner of my eye a lot. And it's been reminding me to focus on my breathing. So part of my like running experience, and I feel like part of the reason that it's been easier to set PRs mentally has been because I'm really trying to be conscious about how deep I'm breathing as I'm running, how I'm doing, getting just the most amount of oxygen so that I can keep on running without really suffering as much. So yeah, that is one little thing that I like about this. It's reminding me to focus on my breathing. You don't need this to remind you to focus on your breathing, but it is helpful. I am so excited to work out today. I love working out early in the morning so much that I always forget there's traffic on the way to the gym there. What do you know? It is 9:30 a.m. I got up at 6. My legs are very sore from yesterday, but I think that I'm just gonna be fine. Anyway, what I'm finding kind of fascinating about this is that I've realized I think that there's momentum in life. An object in motion likes to stay in motion. I feel like that's kind of true for the brain. And I like that I'm getting leaner, and I like that I'm getting stronger. I like that I'm getting faster. And it's almost like in life, you built up like psychological momentum. It's part of the reason right now that like I'm recording this video and I think I'm just set on doing 100 days at this point. That even after the 100 days are over, I'm gonna be honest with you, I think I'm gonna keep going. I think I would have like an identity crisis of like, man, am I just a rest day person now? I don't know. But I have so much momentum in working out consistently every single day that I don't want to mess up that momentum. Especially when you start getting a little bit better at it, you're like, oh, I have some momentum. I feel good about it. It's hard to build up momentum when you don't feel good at something. When I was first starting to record this video and I was running those miles that were like 10 to 11 minutes per mile, man, I just felt like a snail. I didn't feel good. It made me feel, if anything, it made me feel bad. I was like, man, I can't believe how out of shape I am. I don't really want to keep, like, there's a subconscious part of you that says, I don't want to keep doing this because I don't want to feel bad about myself by being forced to face the reality that I'm fat and out of shape. Truthfully, that's how I felt. And if we're being honest, it's not just how I felt. It is how I looked. And starting off, I think, just does not feel good. Usually when you start, it's because you're inspired by seeing somebody else further along doing something great. And then you start and you're like, man, I am so far away from that. That's like how I feel about golf. I have some friends that golf, and I think to myself, like, if I pick that up right now, I'm gonna suck for a while. And do I really want to go through that sucking phase? What if I ended up loving it though? Then I'm sure I'd spend more time on it and get good, but that's kind of my point. I completely agree with the line of psychology that says, accept where you're at and then have the courage to do something about it. My problem here is that if I do the 100s, it's too easy, but if I do the 105s, it's too hard. So I'm just gonna do the 105s until the fact that it's too hard makes it become easier. Half of the work exercise is lifting these up. Oh God. God. 2, 3, 4, 5, come on. 6. Okay. Jesus Christ. That was so hard. Then I have to drop the weights, bro, and it's just so loud. Listen, when I was in high school, I tried to be loud just because I thought it was cool. Now, man, I don't need to be loud because I am cool. Dude, my bicep veins have never been this juicy before. This is honestly the best shape that I've ever been in. This is the proudest I've ever felt about myself.
Dude, honestly, this diet ends up being kind of cheap when I go shopping at Costco. The most expensive thing was this protein, which is gonna last me a while. I don't even have it every day. That was 50 bucks, but it's still cheaper. These eggs, since I've been having 8 a day, each one of these, like, I don't know, cartridges is 3 days worth of eggs for me. 12, so this is pretty much 2 weeks of eggs if I just don't have eggs for breakfast a couple of days. That's basically $1 a day in eggs. That's not bad at all. Almond milk, I throw it in with the protein shakes. It's low calorie, just to make the protein taste a little bit better. I mean, this will last me at least 2 or 3 weeks. Strava's trying to tell me to take a rest day. Can you believe that? It's messed up. You know, shopping at Costco feels like a cheat code. And at first, I didn't get it for the longest time. But then I grew up. Because you're buying bulk items, it feels like a big price tag, but it lasts so long that, like, it ends up feeling so worth it when you're like, damn, I'm really getting a deal on absolutely everything. Everything is way cheaper, and I'm saving so much money by paying just a tiny membership price. The fact that I pay a membership price is like immediately paid off in one Costco trip. You know what? I don't need to over-explain Costco to you guys, but here's how I feel when I shop at Costco compared to other places. If I shop at other places, 90% of the time I'm like, damn, they got me. When I shop at Costco, I'm like, wow, I'm glad that this place is a store. We gotta unpack another running shoe. And these shoes, they're supposed to be built for like my speed run days and my fast days. Check it out. The Nike Zoom Fly 6. On the shoe itself, it says, race day to every day. I got these on a discount for $120. All right, as much fun as I've been having with my diet consisting of like 5 ingredients, I'm actually getting a little bit tired of it. Specifically, I feel like I need another carbohydrate, some other flavor to have throughout the day because I'm essentially having like 4 different meals. I've done some research to pick. I'll pop it up on the screen if I can. It's just a big list of the most satiating foods, so the foods that make you feel the most full per calorie. And of all those foods listed on there, I've chosen 2 that I think I can fit into my diet in a responsible way. First are oats, and the next up are steamed carrots. And all of that together should just be enough to carry me out through the remaining 30 days of this 100-day challenge. All right, we got $5 of carrots. We got ourselves like 2 weeks plus worth of chicken, maybe more. Guys, I forgot oats. I got myself chicken, I got myself carrots, no oats. We got a 20-minute tempo run again today. I'm sleepy. Don't know what's up with that. My legs are actually very sore from my previous run. I'm not gonna expect a PR. My PR last time was 7 minutes and 50 seconds per mile. Trying to delay starting this with a video. 3, 2, 1. Get a little head start on the GPS and we're off. Oh yeah. My knees are sore, baby. My legs are not having it today. I'm mentally trying to get them to move faster. They're not. I had to just worn the recovery shoes. I practically feel like I'm walking. Before starting this run, mentally I was like out of it. I've only been moving
for 14 minutes and I feel wide awake and I feel ready for the rest of my day. I gotta walk the rest of the way home because I just didn't make it the distance I thought I would in those 20 minutes. Man, today was so hard. My legs were not moving. My pace was so slow. Yet I am so much faster and so much better than I used to be. Looking back at, 72 days ago or something, I am so much faster than I used to be. And I'm so proud of that, man. Bro, I'm a freaking chef. Check it out. I'm steaming carrots. This is a new evolution of Christopher. You guys, I woke up today and I am just like in my enrage phase. When it comes to, I'm still thinking about the zone 2 running and everybody's saying, oh, you need to run slower to go faster. And I just think it's so dumb. You need to eat pizza to get leaner. What? No, you don't. No, you don't. That's not how it works. You want to have healthy lungs? Go vape. Like, it's just nonsense. None of those statements make sense because they're just not true. If I go to the gym right now and I want to get stronger, I'm not going to go do less weight. I'm going to go work out harder than last time. That's why I'm fired up this morning. I think the reason why it gets so popular is because it appeals to the lazy part of your brain. And then everybody that's trying to say, oh, go easy on yourself. Yeah, maybe somebody else, bro, but I ain't no bitch. I'm here to work myself to death until I collapse. Yeah, I'll be the Latino Eminem till I collapse. The Eminem, you know? I watched this video already this morning where this guy was talking about the smartest way to improve your VO2 max. I got curious about this. So I watched it and the dude was like, yeah, there's easy ways of raising your VO2 max and more complicated. And then, dude, it just turned into the most complex thing where this guy was like, you're gonna go to the lab twice every 2 weeks, get yourself tested for your VO2 max, and then you're gonna run at exactly 5 minutes and 7 seconds per mile. On this day, on week 1, and then on week 4, you're gonna run it at this pace. But that's only on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday when the moon is on its eclipse. And if it's a leap year, you're gonna do it differently. It got so complex for no reason. And then you know what I did? As I went into my phone and I looked at my VO2 max. I'm gonna show you guys this right now. Okay, come on, Grandma, get moving. It's not actually a grandma, but you're driving like one, so. I wish I had the ability to take away somebody's driver's license when I see them do some of the things they do. Where's this VO2 max? No, look at my VO2 max since we started doing this thing together. And it wasn't because I was going through every little detail. When the moon was just right, the stars were aligned, the wind was at 48 degrees. You know what I did? I just ran harder than I could last time. And there's days I can't run as fast. So I let my body recover that day. And then the next time I work out, I try running harder than last time. Don't come at me with your perfectly optimized science. Yes, it's cool. Yes, it's useful. But they just use it to be a bunch of babies. You know what I've learned about in the course of doing all of this exercise video? Your body is so much more intelligent and capable than you give it credit for. I went 7 days without eating and I was totally fine, kept all my muscle, felt absolutely incredible. I'm now going to the gym and instead of doing the classic gym bro split, I'm doing 1 to 2 hard sets per exercise walking out and then running faster than I could last time every week, and I'm getting faster, leaner, stronger. Practically, it feels like it's just magically happening without effort because I'm just going hard in the moment. And then I start hearing people say things like, oh, I should work out my inner chest today if I just shift my elbows 14 degrees to the left. Man, that's just way too complicated. Go in there, go hard, be smart, stop yourself before you get injured. Done deal. I'm gonna go out with a crazy statement right here. I hear people say, oh, I've hit a plateau in the gym. My body must be used to it. I promise you, it's not your body. I think people hit plateaus in the gym because their brain is adjusted and you just stopped going hard. People make things way too complicated. You know what's another one I've been seeing? For a long time, people have been saying that to get the optimal amount of gains in the gym, what you need to do is you need to pick exercises that work out your muscles in the stretched out position as much as possible, because then you're optimizing the gain. And people have been saying that for years. And then guess what? They did some more studies to follow up on that. And you know what they ended up finding out? Apparently it's not as big of a deal as people thought it was. Apparently, if you just work out your muscle and move it through a good range of motion, then you're pretty much optimizing your results. Which is why I'm back to saying that people just overcomplicate this stuff. 335 for 8. I'm feeling crazy. I'm gonna go 355. 1. I was like low-key blacking out on the way up. I'm quite literally stronger in every single exercise I've done today. All right, we got 1 mile and 1 mile only. I should take my hat off because I'm just gonna fly through this thing. But I'll report back in approximately 6 minutes and something seconds. 98% positive, that was a PR. We got a 13-second improvement from last time, which I'm surprised that I'm getting, my miles are getting like 13, like over 10 seconds faster per week, which is actually kind of nuts to think about, but hey, I'll take it. I feel like it'll slow down eventually. It's not like I'm gonna run a 10-second mile ever, so. All right, so check this out. I still have like a decent amount of like low body fat, but that's not nearly as much as when I started. Yeah, well, it could be leaner. I think it's lean enough where I don't want to suffer by continuing to push leaner more than I like would need to. And here's the thing. I want to get just a little bit leaner just for myself, just because I enjoy it. So I'm gonna probably just try to cut down like 1 to 3 more pounds of fat and call it good. But I do not want to feel terrible. I do not want to have cravings, and I don't want to be thinking about food all day. So I just want to be at a good spot where like I'm proud of that and food's not a problem. Not only do I want to look good, but I also want to feel good. And I think that's what's important to remember. It's like, yeah, you can get really shredded, you can get really lean, but do you even feel good? Is your quality of life good? Is it even worth it? So at this current stage of the game, I'm gonna keep trying to eat as lean as possible so that I can keep looking good and staying lean and whatnot. The only time that is allowed to change is if I start getting weaker in the gym. I know myself well enough to know if I want this to be a lifestyle, I cannot be getting weaker in the gym. If I get weaker and I'm starting to lose my weights in the gym and I'm not getting stronger, I don't like to go lifting, and then I quit for months at a time. You guys ready to see what I'm talking about when it comes to health? Healthy habits, healthy choices, get ready. This is gonna blow your mind. Boom! Huh? I haven't had a banana in months. All right, we got another speed intervals run today. God, I've been inside the house. Who turned the brightness up out here? I'm feeling pretty good this week, finally. I'm gonna try beating this Strava local competition. First place is still over 10 seconds in front of me, but second place is only 1 second in front of me. And I think over the past month, I've gotten 1 second faster. Oh yeah, boys, the wind is in my direction. It's go time. That felt good enough for a second. I hope so. Come on. I'm gonna put it right there. If it was good enough for a second, yeah! Woohoo! Bro, that guy in first, I'm not sure if it was actually him or Usain Bolt. Oh, God. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just remembered, I want to tell you the speed shoes. Dude, I was flying in these. I don't know what I got yet, but if anyone wants to say that I'm cheating because I sprinted for it, I checked the workout that the other guy set the PR on this local competition for, and he was also doing interval runs that day. I hope right now he's getting an email that says, dude, you just got beat. You guys, I did it. Let's go. Let's go. Your boy's the king of the mountain. God, I'm hyped. Hell yeah, I wasn't expecting that. Oh my God. I started to lose hope. I didn't think I was going to be able to do that in this video. I knew I wasn't going to stop, but I was like, man, it's going to take light years for me to finish that. But apparently I was just running at light speed. If he tries to beat me again, I'm going to have to just, I don't know, I'm going to have to wear moon shoes or something and keep going because he's ridiculously fast. No, look at this guy's most recent workout. I'll put it up on the screen here. He ran 5.3 miles, all under a 7-minute pace. Look at this girl. Just sitting back, arm out like she just set the course record. That's all right, your dad did. I had to tell everybody that I know about this record, and my boy is glazing me right now. This feels great. the past month and a half of effort of just trying to beat this one random guy in my neighborhood is all paying off. This is incredible. This is the greatest trophy I could have asked for. You've got to be kidding me. This isn't happening. He already went out to beat the record. Adam, what a dog. This man is an absolute unit. He saw me beat his record and then commented on mine and said, check again. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go lace up, baby. We're gonna go lace up. I'm gonna send it one more time today. So hopefully I can be 2 seconds faster this time, damn it. This man is living rent-free in my head right now. I can't believe this is happening. I hope that was good enough to beat him. Does that hurt? We're back on top, baby. I'm hoping. He already did a 6-mile run. I'm hoping he just calls it good. And then next week he forgets about it and leaves it alone, because I don't think I can keep sprinting this man out for a very long time, because I will keep going, but I don't want to. Dude, that hurt. That was like a hard 800 meters. It was just, I don't want to keep doing it. When I was running that, my lungs were on fire. So that's not a good sign. So I wanted to come outside to sit with my dogs. And now I'm stuck. I fell straight through my chair. Look at this. This is ridiculous. Does this mean I'm too heavy? Do I need to diet down more? What is this? Bro, I love this Adam guy. He's incredible. He said, I'll let you have this victory for now. Congrats, you earned it for sure. What a guy. So I have this 10K today, and I wanted to leave my house when it was 60 degrees. When it's colder, it's so much nicer to run, and I should have just left like an hour ago. If you didn't know, running in cold weather is like one of the best things, because your body doesn't overheat, so your heart rate stays lower, and then it's easier for you to push harder. That's why they do all these morning marathons, and they try to get the right time of year. Considering the fact that my legs already hurt and I'm sore, I'm gonna run a different route today, just mix it up. Also, this is partially what I mean by, like, I love to fully push 100% all the time, because on a day like today, since I know that I can't set a PR, and even if I try 100%, I'd probably just injure myself. Today's a day where I've like accidentally earned a rest day in a way. 10K isn't rest, but I've earned an easy day to prevent an injury. My intention for this run is I'm just going to go for it, but I'm just going to enjoy my run. And the next time that I'm out here for next week, I'm feeling good. I feel like I could set a PR. I'm going to go 100%. But I guess today my mindset is I'm going to try to enjoy this run 100%. I left my house 20 minutes ago and I've just been yapping to the camera. I'm gonna start running. We're 2 minutes into this and my hamstrings just straight up hurt. If they don't feel better after about like 10 minutes of warm up, I think I'm gonna have to call it. It's from just the sprints yesterday. That stupid competition. Okay, you know, I say stupid, but I am king of the mountain, you know? Dude, I've got to pee so bad. I'm fighting for my life to hold it in. Right now, I'm focusing on running with good form, just to the point where it doesn't hurt my hamstrings. And since I've been doing that, I feel inspired. And so I took the long way home. I might even end up finishing this 10K. I'm 5 miles deep. All right, so the long run is done. The 10K is done. I'm still running. I think I'm just gonna finish up 7 miles. I can't believe I'm doing this after I said I was gonna be done after 20 minutes. But just running intuitively, really sticking to not hurting, not agitating my hamstrings anymore, has made this run quite enjoyable. I just finished my 7th mile, and I'm saying screw it, let's go for 8. I just finished my 8th mile, and my intuition says I got 1 more in me. Bro, Adam is actually hilarious. He commented on my 9 miles that now he's gonna run 9.5. 206.4 pounds. That's what I weighed today, this morning. And that's the lowest that I've weighed this entire video. And I've only lost 2 pounds in the past 4 weeks. So that's about a half a pound a week of weight loss, which is actually really slow, and that's really good for keeping my muscle. It explains why in the gym I'm lifting well. If I wanted to continue focusing on weight loss, really what I would do at this stage is keep my diet exactly where it's at, but just do more cardio. I feel like I forgot that was an option. And the only reason I remembered it was an option is because I ran more yesterday and I weigh less today. It's weightlifting time. So last week it was 105 for 6. If I just do 6 or more, I'm up. we'll take 6. You know what? I'm not even surprised that I'm having just a down day, considering the fact that I ran 9 miles yesterday. But I'm still in here. Consistency, that's what it's all about, baby. I can't even really say today was a down day because it wasn't. I just matched my lifts on everything. I did my 9 miles yesterday, and Adam today did 10 miles and made sure that everybody knew about it. I hope I see him running around the neighborhood someday, and I'm gonna point out and be like, you're still slower than me on the straight. Just so you know. It is 6:20 a.m. and I'm just in the mood to be that guy that's running around before the sun's up. Oh, we're 30 seconds in. And my knees, oh, they're so stiff. They're so stiff after those 9 miles. Oh God. I wasn't even gonna try to set a PR. Today's just about getting moving. That was amazing. Listen, it was really mentally hard, but especially the second half, I was trying to run it faster than the first. And man, my legs hurt, but they just kept going faster. And I said, all right, well, I was in such a good flow state there that I felt like I was a passenger in my own body. Yeah, even Strava was saying that was one of my top 3 performances. I just knew that it was a good one. On Sunday, I was able to run 9 miles. That was basically inconceivable for me at the start of this challenge, but I was able to build up to it. And then this morning, I had that 20-minute tempo run, and I'm gonna be honest, I feel like I had more in me as well. Maybe it's time to start switching up my running training a little bit. And I think I'm gonna go about it with the mindset that like my goal behind this is sustainability. So I'm doing something that's makes me progress every time, because if I don't see progress, I don't like it. That's just who I am. But also something that I still enjoy enough to do every single day forever. Now that I've become a better runner over the course of this 100-day challenge, a day like today was actually slightly too easy now. When I first created my running program, I set it at like an achievable goal that felt rewarding, but was also my minimum standard for how I like to push myself. You know, I like to push myself for greatness. And I would say that was like my minimum standard of like, this is out of reach right now, but I can work up to it and it's good. And now I feel like I've worked up to it. So let me expand it, I guess, a little bit.
Expected.
Mackenzie got new running shoes.
Yay.
Yeah.
Wow, it's different than I thought.
All right, so we've got leg day. Here are the downsides. First of all, it's getting heavy. This is gonna be my first set. Second downside, my legs hurt. They hurt so bad. Third downside, forgot headphones. But you know what? Why complain? I'm not a baby. Let's get it. Oh my God, dude, my knees. Brother, doing this hurts. Oh, good. I wish my gym would turn their lame music down. You guys probably can't hear it because I gotta noise cancel it so I don't get copyrighted, but I think even worse than working out to no music is working out to bad music. Guys, my legs, they felt like jello. I was suffering today. That was a hard workout. Hard because I was just weak. My legs felt like they were made of jello. And I just got out here. Guys, I did a meditation earlier and I got a notification asking if I was okay because my heart rate went under 40 beats per minute for over 10 minutes. My resting heart rate is now so low that my watch thinks I'm dying. That's pretty sick. Also, I kept telling you guys that my knees hurt so bad at the gym. And they've been hurting for like a couple of weeks. I never thought that I could just look up on YouTube how to prevent it and how to fix it. They feel so much better right now already. Because I watched this one YouTube short where this guy, all he did was this. He just, well, you're supposed to put a towel right here or whatever. And then you just, right there, sit here for a couple of minutes. Obviously my knees are still pretty sore. I probably just need to do this pretty much every day. You guys, my knees, I'm healed. I'm practically healed. I'm 90% healed. That's incredible. But look at that. Oh my God, that is way better. You may be thinking to yourself also that, oh God, Chris, it's Mile Thursdays. You're gonna go run one insanely very fast mile, break the world record, you know, practically cause a tornado up in this loop because I'm going so fast, but that's false. I'm setting a goal to run at least 45 minutes. You might be asking, why are we doing 45 minutes instead of a 1 miler? So at this point, I've spent like all of yesterday and part of the day before just researching and consuming tons of running science videos. I've definitely hit the point where I can handle more volume. So, well, if I want to progress in running long term, which I do, you know, I have had this lifelong goal of mine to bench 315 pounds and then run a sub 4-hour marathon the same day or the same weekend, whatever. So I gotta keep getting better at running if I ever want to accomplish that goal. In order to quote unquote optimize running, so if we can min-max it, what we need is 1 long run per week, 2 intense workouts, and then as much volume as you can possibly get otherwise. So as many miles as you can throughout the week. I want to be honest with you guys, I have no idea where I'm at. Sure, my phone has a GPS, but what's the point in that? I'm here to be one with nature, joy maxing. I want to feel my way home like a compass. If I don't fully fix my knee, you can consider this whole video a failure, because at the end of this, I want sustainability. I want a lifestyle change. I want to keep on doing this forever. As long as my body will let me, I want to keep on doing this. But I can't do it if my knee hurts. So for a long time, I've just been thinking that my knees are getting sore because I've been an unk the whole time. Apparently not. That's not the case. Maybe slightly, but not fully. What's actually going on is something called patellar tendonitis, because my knee joint isn't strong enough. And you know who's there to fix it all? The knees over toes guy. I heard about this guy 2 years ago, and it turns out the knees over toes guy knows how to fix it. So I'm pretty much watching every video I can on how to get strong knees, and I'm gonna start doing that 2 or 3 times a week until my knees, these guys right here, are just made of bulletproof metal. And not because I needed surgery. I just want to tell you guys real quick how much I love the internet. You're telling me that I can have knee pain and then go online and some guy on the internet, just out of his own kindness, says, you know what, I'm going to tell people how to fix this. He gets some ad revenue and I get some healthy knees. That's awesome. So if anything, I owe this guy so much more than I've given him, because he just seriously impacted my life for the better. Literally for the rest of my life, I'm going to be doing knee exercises that help me take care of my knees. If I can have healthier knees, that means I can keep doing cardio throughout my life, which means I can take care of my health, which means I can live longer, which means I have less health problems, which means I can take care of my fiance better. It means that I can take care of my future family better. It means that I'm going to have a better quality of life, just because this guy is on the internet dropping some knowledge on how to take care of your knees. All right, I'm dropping the weight because I didn't do my mandatory 6 reps. But I still got the 225 in me, I know that. Yeah, today's one of those days where everything is down. I'm in here just to be consistent. You know what I'm randomly realizing today though? I have been genuinely excited to do my next workout. I'm looking forward to Sunday for my next long run day. I'm looking forward to my next weight lift even. And it doesn't matter that I've done this over 80 days in a row. I'm excited for the next one. And that's really awesome. Good morning. I'm just starting my workout. I'm already running. Another speed run day. My knees feel 90% of the way back. It's really nice. I just gotta keep strengthening them and maintaining them. This is one of the exercises I'm doing. Really just stretching out. Ah! Mackenzie was laughing because I'm shaking. It's the longest 30 seconds of my life. Guys, I had a good run today. A second ago I was just hungry, and I'm just a day like today, it would be nice to be able to eat something other than chicken, because I'm getting so bored of not being able to have some type of variety. You know what I forgot to tell you guys yesterday? When I'm hungry, I'm intensely hungry, and then I just eat my normal amount and it still goes away. So I'm not suffering. I'm not hungry all day, but when the hunger hits, it hits, and it hits hard. And I think just eating the healthy food choices that are really they're very filling, they're not calorie dense. It's hard to get fat off eating the foods that I'm eating, and it's really helping. I feel a lot better. I feel like I can see my abs a lot more now, which is really nice. This week is the week that Mackenzie has most told me that she likes how I look. But I've been doing my knee exercises. Check it out. Oh God. Yep, it still hurts. It still hurts, but it's not. My knees went from feeling like I was 80 years old to, I don't know, right now I probably feel like 60 or 50. Anyway, today we have a long run. I'm gonna shoot for the 10K. I was looking at my Strava, I'll put it up here. My weekly average seemed to be about 13 miles per week, and the graph was staying steady there. And then last week, I upped it to it was like 17.5 miles. I'm no mathematician, but that's like a 50% increase or something. And my body's just, I don't think it's used to the 17 miles at all. It's used to 13.5, which is why I'm feeling kind of like the pains and stiffness and soreness. So, but again, I'm going to do 100% effort and then stop before anything is broken. Feels pretty good, honestly. I pushed so hard. I pushed so hard. That last mile was one of the most brutal miles I've done this entire challenge. Also, man, it was hot. I'm in Texas right now, the humidity. I'm insanely sweaty. Look how I'm oiled up. Like if Diddy did this to me, this is crazy. Just so sweaty. I have great news I need to share with you guys right now. Come take a look at this mirror. You see these pants? About 6 months ago, I had an engagement shoot with Mackenzie, and she wanted me to buy these. When I bought these pants, they were super tight on me. They were insanely tight. And I purposely bought them when they were too tight on me for one reason only, because I knew I had to hold myself accountable, and I knew if I allowed myself to get the size up that was comfortable, I was gonna be lazy and fit into them. But I knew by forcing myself to get the right size that I wanted to fit into one day, I would hold myself accountable and say, Chris, you're not gonna be fat forever. You got a little chunk on you. You got a little relationship weight that's not gonna stay. So I forced myself to buy the uncomfortable pair that was too small for me at the time and say one day I'm gonna fit into these bad boys. Today's that day. And you know what's even crazier about it? They're almost too big on me now. They're almost falling off. I got too much space in here. Guys, I am so exhausted today. I feel like I could fall asleep in this car, and it's 11 a.m. I'm expecting a terrible workout today just to get it, just being consistent today. Mackenzie and I stayed up doing like a wedding video. We just booked our wedding venue, so we're like announcing the whole day. It's like a whole girly production thing. Yesterday, because we were filming that, I finished my 10-mile run, had my breakfast, had a protein shake. That's all I had for food yesterday. I had such a hard run yesterday. I heard somebody say it this way. I went to see God yesterday on my run. You're like, I went to see God. What do you mean? It's because I was running, and that last mile and a half, I was saying, oh God, this hurts. You want to know something cool that I learned just about 20 minutes ago on my drive here? I was listening. They have done studies now to show that running is good for your knees. Crazy, right? My knees, actually, I'm telling you this because my whole life growing up, I heard running is bad for your knees. I heard that if you run a lot, then eventually your knees are going to give out, and then you're going to be crippled, and you're going to have to crawl for the rest of your life when you're older. That's what I heard. God, if I have a addiction in this series, is that I'm like addicted to pushing myself too hard, and it's probably a problem for me. I sometimes think I suffer from too much motivation in life in certain things, and right now it's one of those moments. Instead of like going easier, I'm gonna try to find ways of making like my knees and my joints catch up to me. And moments like this, it's probably a good thing to not be like me. But if I'm gonna be true to myself, man, I'm gonna run myself into the ground because I love it. Don't know why I do. Just who I am. Okay, let's go do this workout. Let's do an age test real quick. What am I feeling? Oh my God, wait, that's pretty good. Do you see how low I can go? Wait, that's better than yesterday. What the heck? Wow. I stop right here because this is when it's like, okay, that's painful. Right here, discomfort, pain, discomfort, pain. Wow. Maybe I was just complaining because I'm tired. This first set is going to tell us a lot. I've been warming up with cable lat pull downs. Seven, 8. There's no way. This isn't happening. Oh my God, I feel like Jesse in Breaking Bad when he says, you can't keep getting away with this. There's no reason I should be setting a PR right now, and I just did. What do you mean I did that for 2 more reps this week than last week? All right, so my back, I think my pulling muscles are gonna be strong today. We'll see about the push muscles here in a second. I've been stuck at this weight for 2 weeks, so If I can do this for 7 reps, that's a PR, and that would be insane. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No way. 9. Come on, 9. There's no way. My workout routine is broken. This shouldn't be possible. I can't keep getting away with it. A 3 rep PR is nuts. Guys, I cannot believe how much better I feel right now than before my workout. Oh my God, it's like it saved me. I can tell that I'm still tired and that I'm gonna need sleep early tonight, but I just feel so much better. I can't believe I set PRs on literally, I think on every single exercise. I feel like part of what this challenge is forcing me to do is to really address my weak points in my body. And it's almost like changing like how I look at my life, because I have to do this every single day and put myself to like 100% effort every single day. And it's making me feel like I need to go like 100% in all the other things in my life. And I feel like I'm getting better at that. Like I've ranted a couple of times, depending on how many times I've edited it out, too many times about the whole idea of run slow to run fast or whatever. And I think the reason I keep talking about that stuff is because we live in a world that wants to tell you that you should like always do the bare minimum. Do the bare minimum to barely be happy, to barely be fit, to barely be healthy, to barely be strong, to barely be fast. Because it can sometimes feel like the world is already against you. So like, why stress yourself out about trying to overcome the challenges? And I love the theory of not stressing yourself out. But I just think I've become a person that disagrees with the whole mindset of, oh, just take everything easy. And I just don't think life works that way. I think in life, sometimes you have to push and sometimes you have to go hard to get to where you want to go. You get past those difficult challenges in life by becoming stronger than those challenges. And that means you need to put enough effort to become stronger than those difficult challenges. I have my fiance, Mackenzie. One day we're probably gonna have kids, I hope. I don't wanna have like just barely enough money to go on a vacation maybe once a year, once every couple of years. I wanna have enough money to like fully take care of those people, take care of my mom, take care of the people that I love and that I care for in my life. She loves to go outside. She loves to go outside all the time. I'm in a house right now, we're renting. I tell her that I wanna buy a house one day so that I can put a doggy door in it so she can go outside and have fun. This guy, he loves his mom. He's a mama's boy. I tell him all the time, I'd love to retire your mom so that you can hang out with her all day. And if I want to do all those things, I can't just do the bare minimum. I probably dropped this quote earlier in the beginning of this video, how you do one thing is how you do everything. And if I take every day easy, every workout just a little bit easy, I'm not going to be pushing myself to succeed at the highest level and to the level that I want to be able to create the life that I want to live. And if I get into the mental habit of like, okay, that was just barely good enough, that mental habit is going to affect the other areas of my life. I'd rather be in the mental habit of I'm going to push hard and be my best in every area that I deem is worthwhile. I think the world can only change to become what we want it to be. Our life can only change to be what we want it to be if we're willing to fight for it, and sometimes you have to fight hard. So what am I going to do? Sit down and give up? Because if I'm screwed, I might as well be screwed anyway? No, I'm not like that. Not anymore. At least not since being consistent in this video. And I'm going to do that by showing up each day and being consistent each day and giving each moment that I'm attempting to do something my 100% effort. Some people might think I'm going too deep into it, that I'm over analyzing this, but I disagree. I think the mental habits that you build bleed into every single area of your life. So I'm not going to go easy. When I've made up my mind that I'm going to do something, I'm going to be stubborn and I'm going to push, I'm going to fight, and I'm going to accomplish it. And at the same time, be kind, patient, loving, balanced, calm, and peaceful in the process of doing that. But never fall into the trap of, oh, just take it easy. Because I don't think anybody that, oh, just took it easy ever got anything great done. And I might not get anything great done in my lifetime. But at least I'm going to strive to be my best every single day. And whatever happens from that, happens. And I feel like this whole working out every day thing is having that kind of effect on me. I'm holding myself accountable every day to just chip away at being the best version of myself that I can be. More than anything, more than going hard, it's showing up. I think that might be the greatest lesson that I'm learning. It's show up for yourself every day. Show up. And then after you've shown up, at least if you're like me, you're gonna give it your best effort in that moment. You don't have to spend a lot of time showing up if there's just not a lot of energy in you that day. But at least you showed up every day. You will become so proud of yourself and you will thank you. This 100-day challenge so far has had the best effect on my relationship with myself of any other video that I've done on this channel, and possibly of anything I've ever done in my life.
Good morning, guys. It's 5:30 in the morning. As I'm getting close to the 90-day mark, I gotta tell you guys something else I've noticed. I have so much more natural excitement and motivation to go do things. Not even when I started this video did I think that I would be excited to go work out right now. And I'm waking up at 5:30 in the morning, and I've started waking up at 5 probably for the past, I don't know, week or 2 weeks. Just because I want to be up early when it's like colder outside so that I can exercise at like a better outdoor temperature, especially as it's getting towards summer. Then I get excited and then I think about my future goals again, and I get excited to work on those. And I just feel like the consistent discipline of working out every day has given me so much more motivation to enjoy all the other parts of my life, because it feels like, I don't know, everything is getting better in a way because I'm better. Yeah, this whole thing has like completely changed my character for the better. This is awesome.
We got ourselves a 25-minute tempo run today. My legs feel dead. They do not feel good at all, but I'm still going. All right, well, I just had a PR on the 5K. Listen, my legs did not feel good. They don't feel good right now either. I think my knees are still getting stronger. I feel like they're unstable because of all the exercises I've been doing. When I was doing my previous long run, I was so locked in, I didn't want to pull out my phone, but it was the first time that I was getting like a runner's high without having headphones in, which was really awesome.
Let's do a mirror progress update. This is what I look like just waking up. Boom! That's what we're looking at now. Wow! I'm trying to stand here normal so you can see that this is like what I look like right now without any type of pump. Just waking up, fresh in the morning. I have way more ab definition now with my flex up, which is awesome. I'm way leaner.
I'm so excited for leg day. Something I didn't realize how incredible it would be is spending time outside. Just now, as I pulled out of my garage and I'm outside looking at the sunlight for the first time today, I'm realizing that is one of the best parts about running that I really didn't even appreciate at first. I just think there's so many mental health benefits of like just being outside in nature that running forces you to get. And I think I'm getting to the point where, like, unless it's raining, like, I almost want to force myself to like just spend some time outside in nature, because I feel so like connected. I don't know how else to explain it. I saw something, I want to say it was like a year ago, that I saw something about like the youngest generation right now, their literal eyeballs are developing differently and they're getting elongated because they're spending so much time indoors, on screens, on iPads, gaming. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I might be wearing a Bass Pro Shops hat, but I'm not an outdoorsy guy. This is just a facade. I only have this hat because Mackenzie bought it because she thought it looked cool. A lot of my friends like to go camping. Man, I've gone camping twice in my life. I've caught a fish one time, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not a big fisherman here. The most time I would spend outdoors when I was younger is playing sports. I played soccer outside all the time. And now as I'm running, I'm realizing that I think just being outside of my four walls has been so mentally healthy for me recently. I feel like getting a little bit of ego in my lift. Last time I did 355 for 6, but this time I'm gonna go for 365. Yep, just 4. Honestly, that was just a pretty good workout. I'm not even surprised that I set some PRs. All right, we got ourselves a 45-minute easy run this morning. And I gotta tell you guys, I came to a realization last night because I watched this one video. I thought this guy was gonna have my back. He was like, the whole internet's wrong about zone 2 training. I need to find a screenshot and put it up there. And he broke down the science of like, I felt like he was speaking to me directly. He's like, all these hybrid athletes, they'll tell you, you're wasting your time on the easy days. You should be sprinting instead. I said, that is what I've been saying. What's up? And then he explained the science of easy running in zone 2 or whatever, and like why you would want to do that. And he talked about, you know, the mitochondria, the powerhouse of the cell. And as I've learned more, you know, I've realized that like the whole purpose of the easy days is to go easy on them so you can go hard on your hard days. I'm 33 minutes in right now. I still have a few left. And I thought about something that somebody mentioned on one of the comments. Just randomly popped into my mind because I'm having a good time right now. They said the fact that running can become so enjoyable that you have to tell people to do less of it by going easier instead of going harder is really incredible. I thought about that. That kind of hit me. It's so true because I used to hate running. And I'm pretty sure in this video I said I run just for the health of it, not because I love it. Well, now I think we're coming to close to 90 days. And man, I'm enjoying running just for the running of it. Easy run complete ended up being about 4.5 miles. That's crazy. You know, thinking about it, this Thursday run used to be a 100% all out 1 mile. And I'm really glad I started off that way. It felt really nice to get fast first and like win a couple of those local competitions, and that made me feel fast, and that made me feel like I was good at it. And I think because I felt like I wasn't an absolute snail, it made me enjoy this more. Guys, I think I just twisted my ankle. I'm out here, I'm cutting my grass in my backyard. Oh God, oh no, this is not a good development. I'm wearing the glasses because I was using the weed whacker. God, I just wasn't looking. I stepped down, must have just, oh God, that hurts. Okay, I'm gonna need to like rest it up immediately. Oh no. Yeah, it's swollen. I hope this won't stop me from running. I got a really bad sprained ankle in high school, and it's just like ever since then, that right ankle's not the same. And I can't believe it just happened during this video. I'm gonna let this be a lesson learned of like, I should get some stability training things for my ankle. Oh, yeah, hi, Feta. Yeah, right there. It's tender to the touch. Mackenzie gave me an ice pack. I just found this channel right here. So I'm going to do this probably for the rest of my life, just their whole ankle resilience routine. This guy was just talking to me off the rip. He said, do you have lingering pain issues from an old ankle injury? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you guys are looking at healing in action right there. This is actually so bad I have to, slowly walk down the stairs, just one step at a time. This is the only way to minimize pain. I just asked Mackenzie, we're about to go to bed. I said, can you please look at my ankle and assess the damage? And what did you say?
I said it looks awful. It literally looks so bad. You look like you have a second ankle. Do you see that?
Yeah. Yep. She touched it.
Let me see. Does it hurt up here?
Mm-hmm.
It does?
Mm-hmm. It hurts everywhere.
What about up here?
Oh yeah, right there.
Here?
Yeah.
And the damage is down here. Do you see how big? It's like 8 inches of damage.
Wow. It'll heal in no time.
No, that looks really bad. Look how swollen it is.
I have a run in 48 hours. I can't miss it.
No, you're missing it.
No.
You should ice it tonight.
Drake dropped his new album tonight.
I don't care about that.
It's called Iceman. Guys, I gotta tell you guys, you would not believe how much better my ankle is right now. Okay, I don't want to exaggerate. 20% better. But I feel like that's a lot in one day. 20%? Yeah, I feel incredible. Sure, I can't like walk up the stairs normal. In the past, every time I've gotten an ankle injury, I've stopped exercising. But not this time, because I was sitting in bed thinking about it. I was like, I got 2 options. I can either be a baby and complete a 90-day challenge, because I think today's day 89. Tomorrow would be day 90. Day 90 is cool, but it's not 100. That made me mad. I said, no, I set my mind to accomplishing 100 days. So worst comes to worst, I will find a way of doing some other type of cardio where it doesn't bother my ankle if I can't go running. I thought about how cool that was. I was like, the fact you can just set your mind to something, and then if you really like mean it, you'll find solutions of making it happen. That's all I'm trying to say. Because in the past, I didn't want to do cardio. If anything, I'd be like, thank God I got a sprained ankle. Guess I can't do cardio anymore. Back to benching with the boys at the gym. But now I'm like, damn, I gotta figure this out. And it made me learn how I can rehab my ankle for the long term. So it's a short-term loss for a long-term gain, because now I consumed all the ankle like rehab videos that I feel like I needed. And now I understand how I can be healthy forever. That's awesome. And my knees, oh my God. Okay, I can't really show you on my right one because I need a functional ankle to really show you. But my left one, wait till we get to the gym. I'm gonna show you something. All right, you guys ready to see something crazy? All right, here we go. Remember, my ankle's messed up, but look at this. Left leg, all the way down and up. Ah, that was fine. Listen, I just told you guys how badly my knees hurt. Does this man look like his knees hurt still? Gah. Huh? Pretty sick. My whole life I was taught that if something hurts, you just don't touch it, right? You sit back and pray to God that it heals. I don't think that's the truth anymore. I am just not setting any PRs today, but it's not bad. 7, 8 is a PR. Oh, come on, please. God. No, I can't. It was so close. You couldn't see it, but my 2 feet were dangling off the ground because I was just trying to hold it there. Also, this other guy came up to me and he said, dude, I just want to know how you got like your military press up. I don't know, it was kind of cool to like feel like I'm at a point where like a couple of people are willing to ask me about stuff. I don't feel like I'm the expert. I just feel like I'm doing what other people have taught me. But it's nice to know that I have enough results for people to be like, ah, what are you doing, man?
Okay, so I have an intervals run today. If I can't finish it because of my ankle, my goal is to just do 1 mile and then rest.
I figured we could take my first strides together to see if I'm gonna survive this or not. Oh, God. Yeah, okay. There's no knee pain right now, though. This is awesome. Normally my knees start hurting the second I take steps. Yeah, it's not happening today. As soon as I try to take like a longer stride, longer than that, oh, right there, it's irritated and hurts. I'm just gonna finish up 1 mile so I can classify it as a workout. Yeah, I have to take the turns slower than walking speed just to make sure it doesn't get irritated. If you're not familiar with running shoes, they're made with what are called different stack heights, so like how tall they are. And I'm pretty sure these shoes are the tallest allowable. The problem with that is that it makes my ankle really unstable as I'm running right now. All right, well, that was it. Time to let the ankle recover.
I gotta show you guys something because my brain is different. Last night was Saturday night. Mackenzie's leaving on a work trip today, so we were like, let's have a little bit of fun. Let's relax on the rules a little bit. I allowed myself to get 1 bag of Ruffles, and look at this. It's not finished yet. I normally finish this in 1 single night. They were perfectly seasoned, some of the best Ruffles I've had in years. And I was eating it, and I was like, man, it tastes amazing. I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it to like overeat it. But it was the first time I didn't feel like I had to down the whole bag just to down it. And I think that's because my brain has been enjoying being healthy for so long, and realizing that those habits made me feel overweight and not good about myself in the long term, that I just felt like I didn't need the whole bag to get the enjoyment I wanted out of it. A decent amount of chips, and I said, all right, I'm good. And I put it away, and I've like never done that with food before.
Supposedly I have a long run today, but I feel like my ankle's at 50% capacity and it's sore. So my goal is to run 1 more mile than I did yesterday. And then I'll probably just have to sit back and let it heal. I'm just here to spend a couple miles on my feet and be consistent every day. I actually feel a little bit disappointed that I won't be able to do my full long run today. Like, I have to be smart and let myself heal because if not, I'll mess up something worse that'll take me out for months. But the fact that I've fallen in love with what I used to consider the least enjoyable form of exercising, the fact that I fell in love with it so much that I'm disappointed I can't do a full hour plus run today is mind-blowing, but also really cool. Yeah, I just passed a mile and I can already feel it be irritated. I just decided to finish a 5K because I was so close to it when I was headed home that I ran the extra half mile. And actually by the end, my ankle felt like better, almost like my knees do. So I definitely know it's like a tendon issue after spraining it. But now I'm at home doing the rehab for it, and it's nice to see it headed in the right direction. Hopefully next week I'll just be back to running like normal. I could not record it all earlier. I was so busy in here today for no reason, but I'm having a pretty strong day, so that's a good sign. Oh God, we'll do some curls here. One. No way. Felt dangerous on the forearm. I'm just gonna let it chill. It was a really good workout day. Pretty much everything went up or I maintained, so it was just very productive. I did wake up in my leanest weight yet. I feel like I'm starting to get pretty visible abs. Even after a full day of eating, I can see more of my abs. I'm pretty lean now. My ankle is still irritated. It's supposed to be like a tempo speed run. I don't want to risk it. I just want it to heal so I can work out consistently. And honestly, between us, I got some sad news this morning. I woke up to some sad news. I don't feel good right now. So I have a bit of a personal struggle coming up. That makes me a bit sad. Today, I'm not like in the mindset to give it a 100% effort, and also considering the fact that my ankle isn't healthy, I feel like it'll be better for my mental health and therefore overall health to just have a chill run today. Right now that I'm telling you guys this, I've realized that for almost 100 days in a row, I haven't had a bad day. And it's not that I haven't like come across any challenges. It's that I've been so fit and healthy that I've had mental and emotional resilience to deal with all of it. And this is the first day where I'm like, dang, I've gotten some bad news. I'm 22 minutes into this run, 23 actually, and I'm now hitting that like natural dopamine high. All the positive chemicals are starting to go into my brain. Maybe I'm not at peace because of what's going on today, but this is peaceful. And I'm grateful for that. I sort of I had a revolutionary idea while I was running. I've been struggling to produce enough quality content for these channels because I just don't want to put out bad videos. I don't want to waste your guys' time for clicks. I want to make good enough videos that are worthwhile posting. And I feel like what clicked in my brain is just going to be what I need to just move the needle, to be able to have it figured out where I can post the quality of content that I want for you guys. I just want to be proud of it on my deathbed. If I died tomorrow, am I proud of the videos I've released so far? Mostly, yeah. I feel like they have been beneficial, and I don't want to ruin that streak. I want to keep that streak alive to where if I die, I'm not going to be like, dang, I probably shouldn't have uploaded that. I'm going to be like, you know what? I'm glad I did what I did. And as I just kept running, I realized that the emotional shock that I went through this morning had essentially, I had exercised my way through it. I got myself through the blunt force of it. And I was able to collect myself and create some peace of mind for myself. At least the initial emotions are now gone and dealt with, and I feel like I'm ready to tackle it in a healthy way so that I can respond to it and not react to it. So anyway, I'm so grateful for that run, man. It gave me the peace that I needed. And it's really a reminder to me that in life, setbacks are just that. They're temporary setbacks, and they're never failures unless you give up. Guys, bad news. I took my dogs on a walk this morning, and I low-key re-sprained my ankle. Just emotionally, just not a great day again either. I'm gonna do my best to do this, but my ankle's still messed up. I had a questionable set of lunges here. I don't know if my ankle's gonna allow this. Oh, God. Yeah, the ankle's not gonna let that happen today. You know, that workout took longer than I wanted it to. It's because I didn't show up emotionally ready, but that's all right, because not every day's perfect, and I'm still glad I just got in there and got it done, and I feel better now. However, I will say, as far as like mental therapy goes when it comes to exercising, running is just, it's goated. Something about it is just incredible. It's got to just like release like more endorphins and whatever feel-good chemicals happen to get released in your brain, because yesterday after that run, it was a different type of relief than I feel now. And don't get me wrong, I still feel good, but it was just different. It hit different. I couldn't really set any PRs today, but man, it's all good. And it doesn't bring me down emotionally at all. So it's nice not being tied to that, because in the past when I was only weightlifting, and then I couldn't set a PR, then it would feel like a waste of time. It would feel like, why did I do my last week's workout if I'm not stronger today? For me, it truly, at this stage of the game, with just a few days left in this, it's no longer about that. It's just about the fact of being consistent every day and being proud of who I am now. And I love that feeling. And then I show up to do it again. And then over time, it brings me good results. That's awesome. Ankle update. It has gotten better. Still got a little bit left of healing. I can't believe I retweaked it a couple of days ago, but now it's like, I bet you I can do, today's my easy run day anyway, so I'm going to be able to, I can already tell you that I'm going to be able to crank out these 45 minutes, no problem. I've been running for 20 seconds, and I just took those first steps without any knee pain or knee discomfort at all. I feel incredible. My knees are healed. I've just been doing my rehab routine every time I run. Guys, this is not a good run right now. I feel weak, I feel depleted. I finished that run, got home, time to eat. A day like today makes me want to reintroduce the 1 mile Thursdays because it has just been so many days of just going slow, and I haven't been able to do my speed run or my tempo run, which are the days where I'm like, you know, really running faster. So hopefully once my ankle heals, I'm gonna start running faster again, and that'll add more variety and keep the running fun. But at least I was consistent and got the workout done today. We have upper body today. My forearm is getting better, but it hurts when I grip and my thumb is holding this side of my hand. I don't know. So I have my wrist strap here. This is making it so I literally don't have any pain whatsoever. Yeah. No forearm pain whatsoever as long as I'm holding it like that. I keep getting stuck at 155. Maybe today I can actually do it for 6 again. That was my previous PR. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, hell yeah. That's a PR. Guys, I am so excited for the run this morning. I think my ankle's finally good enough to finally do this. I can't wait. We only have 3 days left of this video, but I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've already made up my mind. I'm gonna keep doing this after the video ends. It turns out that doing this challenge is one of the healthiest things I could have done for myself because it forced me to love exercising. Over the course of 100 days, what I looked like before to this is way better. You guys, I had so much fun today. I am so glad I did that. I did 12 sets of 400-meter sprints. It just brought the life back into me. Guys, check this out. I used to love these pants because they always fit me comfortably even when I was getting big. I didn't realize how big I was getting because now I have so much extra room in these now that I need a belt in order to like wear them, which is awesome. Guys, I just realized it's our last long run together this video. So today I'm gonna run 7 miles. That should take me probably about 70-ish minutes. I'm gonna be running at that 10-minute mile pace. Somewhere around there. I'm just gonna go by feel. But anyways, we head off on this long run that I'm excited to go do. I feel like we've done it. I feel like right now, like I've achieved the goal of this video. Not only was a body transformation, but a habit change, a personality change, a lifestyle change. I have found something that I can do over the long haul. I've somehow made it possible to get leaner, faster, and stronger, and actually love the process of it the whole time. And that makes me so happy. That's the goal of the video at the end of the day. But so far, this might be the healthiest 100 days of my life. And I'm grateful for that. And now I gotta start running soon before it starts getting too hot. The last thing I wanna say about sustainability as this video comes to an end is I don't enjoy eating unhealthy as much anymore. Now all I gotta do is just keep on adding new recipes that involve healthy foods. Just letting you know it's unreal hot right now. 7 mile run done complete. That was such a hard run at the end. It was so hot. It's not like I was even pushing the pace. It was just, my app says it feels like 80 right now. I was wearing those headphones. My ears were getting uncomfortable hot. I don't even want to wear my hat because that was holding in heat. But I'm proud I got it done.
Morning, it's day 99. This is crazy. This is what we're looking like. This is what I wake up like without a pump. I feel like my arms look good. I'm happy about that. Just have one workout today and one tomorrow, and we've accomplished this 100 days of no rest days.
I've got to share both good and bad news with you guys. We're here another day on this planet. That's something to be grateful about. So anyway, the good news is that we're all alive. Let's take a moment of gratitude here. Thank you. Bad news. It's a holiday. Why is that a bad news? Well, you may have noticed I'm not parked in my usual spot. It's because the entire gym parking lot is packed. And I just know it's gonna be so busy in there because every other store is closed. Update, it is just as predicted. It's absolutely wild in here, but honestly, if you think about it, I'm not gonna complain because the truth is, how cool is it that everybody has their day off today and they're just in here working on their health? That's awesome. Before I go to bed, I forgot to tell you guys that earlier I said another dumbbell incline press PR, so we're still gaining. Here's the final product of this video. I've never been this strong while being this lean before. This is the strongest my arms and shoulders have ever been. But after 100 days, this is it. It is Tempo Tuesday, day 100, last workout of the 100-day challenge, and it's kind of fitting because I would consider this my hardest workout of the week, the one that takes the most mental effort. So we're gonna finish off on a strong note. 5 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Oh, that's 100 days, no rest days. Oh, hell yeah. Sick. Well, I'm just gonna finish my run home. I'm so proud that I did it. I've never done this in my life. I've never gone 100 days without rest days and just pushed myself to be so consistent at stuff. I got so many different video ideas, so many other cool, fun things that I want to do. And if you guys made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you. If you enjoy the video, feel free to hit subscribe, but only if you feel like you want to watch more.